mission, on a mission. I'm trying to get it right. Transition, changing the way that I see life. Transitioning mind. I'm on a mission, trying to get it right. I'm transitioning my life. Making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Ooh, ooh. Trying to mission, on a mission. I'm on a mission. On a mission, I'm trying to get it right. Changing the way that I see life. Transition in my life. On a mission. On a mission. On a mission.
Welcome. This is DJ Genesis, and this is Alchemizing Energy. And today I want to talk about a really interesting subject, and then let's talk about polygamy. So lately, in the last few years, there's been a whole lot of discussion about polyamory, polygamy, and the joining of families. You know, a lot of like the new relationships are embracing this new aspect of polygamy. And I think it's interesting when you actually see it in action. And, you know, in Muslim countries, polygamy is considered like a common thing. You know, everybody's like kind of like you have as many wives as you could take care of. But what happens when it goes awry? What happens when jealousy comes into play? Maybe one wife is not feeling the other wife, things like that. I think that people have when they think about polygamy, they have rose colored glasses on, and they think about like Muslim countries. Well, most Muslims, they might have more than one wife. But what happens when things don't go right? I've had people that were into polygamy around me, and I'm gonna tell you what, like it could get very strange and things could go left real quick, And so I wanted to kind of go over a situation I saw on IG where you have a guy who and his wife, they're trying to build a house together, and then they bring in like a second wife, right? And so what ends up happening is that, I mean, this happy situation, would normally be a happy situation. What happens when, now this you bring in this younger wife and you're trying to build a house, and let's just see what happens. Let's just see.
Bro, bravo, bravo. Papà, ma dico, cosa? Non ci commessa, non ci commessa,
This is an example of some of the things that could go down in a polygamous household. And I first I saw this video about a week ago, and it seems to be that this whole ordeal went on and on and on and on till the break of dawn. Okay, like it's almost 8 videos of this woman. They're trying to build their house, and this woman, this new wife, part two. I mean, they trying to build their house, y'all, and honey, she is not having it. Ain't nothing fixing to get built. they're telling her, listen, like, stop, get out. She's like, I will not go. I'm not leaving. And I want to get people in the audience to understand, like, what do you think about polygamy? Do you think that polygamy is really a viable option in today's world when you have so much jealousy and things like this that can go down? I mean, these people are scrapping, okay? This woman is, I mean, they're trying to build their house and she is just raising heck the whole time. Watch this. I'm trying to figure out why they keep trying to build the house. Honey, deal with her all the way. I mean, Mosey Cephalus said there's something wrong with him. So would you say that the reason why it's not working out is because he's not? I mean, it seemed like, listen, y'all be over here saying about how these men over here, honey, they throwing karate kicks, they throwing punches, honey. They are over there with their hijabs on, raising heck, okay. So I don't want y'all over here talking about us black women over here that we just the most egregious ones, because they listen. This woman's over here. They trying to build a house and they can't get further than doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know who's filming it. I don't know who's filming it. It might be the third wife that's filming it. But this is him trying to have all these wives, right? And they are up in there fighting. And he fighting, she fighting him, she fighting her. What do y'all think about this? Because I'm like, what is going on? They are just. And what it look like, they live in this tent back here. There's a tent in the back. So they live in a tent. And they trying to build a compound for the whole family to live in. But honey, they can't get no further because honey, she is like not having it. I mean, she wants to wrestle, she want to kick, honey. And some of these kicks is like, I don't know if they know karate, but honey, her kicks are on point. I ain't never seen a person able to kick with so much accuracy. They just wow like this. And look, this is a real thing going on. They're not like, I don't think this is like a staged situation. Because honey, they got various videos of them just going in. This is part 2, honey. This goes all the way to part 8, you guys. Part 8. That was just part 2. Part 3. He falling on the ground. They trying, but they still like they'll get her together, and they still keep trying to build the house. Honey, she hitting with brooms and everything. Kind of put it in the water. Said, I want some water. You see this? So all y'all people saying I want polygamy. Good luck, okay? Good luck. I don't even think this would have went this far if it was another culture. I think that they just kicking each other. They not really going in the way we probably would have. But it says part 3. He said his first wife wasn't giving him peace, so he married a second wife. Now second wife is dealing with him and his first wife. Child, listen.
Leva, fecha, que até ele
I don't know, but
Nunca
I'm
vai
saying this. Listen, I just wanted to like cover this. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. Listen, it keeps on. It keeps on going. Part 9.
شو حبس مدار
تکنم
تو راستی پیله بیابران اتاقی خاشنشون نگم
برده تیر کوی بر
Honey, this must have been going on all day long, guys. All day. What do y'all think about polygamy? Do you think it's a viable option in marriage? What are y'all thoughts? I just wanted to like just show you this example of polygamy because this is crazy. Like this is polygamy.
ما کاری که از گفتم انجام دهی ها چه قانونی اومده اصلا چی از برا اومدی چی ماشي وماشي داخل وماشي
Man, child, listen. For anybody that thinks that okay, we over here wilding, this is an example of they are over there wilding, y'all. Hey, what's up, Sugar Love?
Hey, I can't barely see the video.
Man, I'm trying to download it because it's so crazy. It's like I don't even know how to make it bigger, y'all. It's crazy. I'm like, dude, what in the hell? Hold on, let me see if I can like, cause yeah, I'm just showing how people be thinking this polygamy stuff is the way to go. But I want to show what's really going on. Like these wives don't be accepting each other, and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't be accepting each other like that. You got to deal with two women like grappling with each other, damn near. You know,
women and then some, because it depends on how far you want to. Like you can have up to 4 or 5. You know, it depends. 2 women,
4 or 5 of them. Right? You can't listen. You can't deal with that, man. You can't deal with this. When they get to fighting and scrapping with each other, you can't do nothing about that.
Nope. No, I wanted to see that, but I'm like, it's so small. I can't see. That's why I clicked.
Listen, I wish I knew how to make it. I'm trying to download them, but I don't.
برافو
She is ripping them both. Okay, well, I think she's younger.
من نگم من نگم بزن وچیگم بس وچیگم بس وچیگم بس
هل دومت
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. No, they really listen.
Fighting.
They listen. He whooping on her, she whooping on the other wife, and fighting. I mean, come on now. So any of y'all thinking, because everybody be like acting like we be over here wilding, this is over there in wherever they at. So, you know what I'm saying? They act like us black women be over here tripping, honey.
Wherever they at. Oh, wherever they at, though, they fighting over there. Oh my goodness.
I don't know where the hell that's at. But whatever is going on, they are over there wilding, bro.
Oh, but you know, and then the man, they should have just jumped him. Actually, just gave it a day because the way that one was kicking, I was like, you would.
Yeah, I said they must got like some military.
War, that big long wood, like she was kicking wood all day.
Man, listen,
just kicking wood. Wow. Jeez.
Man, and every hit is they just connected. Foul, and they got she got her hijab on. They out in the dirt, just fighting.
We don't promote fighting on.
I don't promote fighting either, but I'm just trying to show y'all.
You guys don't. You two want it. We don't promote it. Okay.
I'm not promoting it. I'm just trying to show y'all is that anyone saying that we be over here wilding black women and we the only ones be arguing because every time they like say. No other culture be doing this and doing that, honey. They be over there scrapping.
Bro. Come on.
I mean, come on, they over there scrapping, bro. You can't even get the house built. You can't even get the foundation built. They trying to fix the house up. They living in a tent. Imagine you living in a tent in the desert, and y'all trying to put together y'all house, and y'all working together, and then somebody come along, a new wife. The same graphic is different. She grew up in a family of 15 siblings. Clearly,
Maybe.
because them pics was connected. I'm gonna tell you what, I ain't never seen this before. They was not. She is not playing. It ain't no house fixing to get built.
DJ,
Huh?
did her foot kick his middle?
Honey, listen.
When you go back, it looked like it went.
Listen.
You know what it looked like she was going for. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, she was. Listen, it's 8 parts to it. It's 8 parts. Hold on, look. 8 parts to it. That's just part 2. It goes to 8. Ain't no house getting built. Ain't no house getting built. Y'all not fixing to build a dang on thing. Listen. Ain't no house fixing to get built that day.
Who was recording this?
I think it was the third wife. Hey, I'm gonna call you right back. I think it was the third wife. Listen, we don't have the full context of this video. I just know it goes on like throughout the whole day. The whole day they are just fighting the whole time. Just throwing stuff and yeah. So this is and the caption is he said his first wife wasn't giving him peace, so he married the second wife. Now second wife is dealing with husband and the first wife.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Are we, being that this is being recorded like this, are we sure this is real?
Man, listen, how real can you be? A bucket thrown on you? The dude fell off the ladder and everything, hurt his leg. I mean, he really kicking her. They really fighting.
You said it, you think it's rage bait?
I don't think it's rage bait.
No, I'm reading the what you call it.
I don't think it's rage bait. I think that somebody is. I don't know who was who, but I just think it's interesting that this is supposed to be polygamy. And I'm gonna tell you, I've talked to a few polygamous people, and it do get like this, where they be about to scrap. So, what do you think about polygamy? What do you think in general?
It's not for me. It's not for me. I think that whoever believe in it or they want it, was good for the goose. If that's what you want, that's what you want. It's not for me. I think that, especially when it's time to get old, like you got 5 women taking care of one man. Who takes care of the women? So if the women gonna take care of women, we never needed the man anyway. If we're gonna be stuck taking care of each other, we never needed him. But he got 5 women at his beck and call. Especially as you get older, I guess when you're younger, it may seem like it's okay, but when you get older, just not the man get old, women get old too. We get tired too. We get arthritis too. We get whatever, may come our way just of getting older. So,
do you think it's impossible for a man to really please 2 women at the same time equally?
I can't say. I'm not a man. I'm not a man.
You can probably please them like in the bedroom, but I'm saying like be able to like split households and equally take care of 2 women.
It can't never
equally in both households. And not where one woman would be, I would say, feeling like left out.
Well, the point of you saying my first wife and second wife, you take away the equality right there, right? Right. Because number one gonna always feel like I'm number one, number two gonna always feel like she's after number one, you know. So just the point of saying my first wife or I'm the first, like women can't wait to say I'm the first wife. They can't wait to say that because that means I've got seniority over you, right? So equal. If I'm throwing that at you, so I'm gonna make you feel a certain way. I'm letting the world know I had this man longer than you. I know him more than you. And then the last one, the last wife is gonna feel, well, I'm younger, I'm more vibrant, you know. I can take care of him better than you. So you got the older one with the seniority, you got the last wife who's gonna think that, well, I can't do this no more. I could do all of this. You want that young stuff. If, you know, because they always go younger. Not saying he's going to go younger, but he might go younger. Usually they go younger. So then if that causes jealousy too.
Do you think don't you think a man would probably be splitting himself? Like, because if he's giving 100% to one, he can't be giving 100% to another one, right?
Exactly. And then the problem is also, let's say when you tip that 40 mark, for a lot of women, your drive go all the way up, right? So you be thinking, I got this 19-year-old, but that 40-year-old may have a lot of more energy than that 17-year-old. You probably get more things done because her back may be better, stay on top maybe a lot longer, but the drive is totally different. So if he want that young thing, look how a lot of women, especially getting past that 40 years, are getting cheated. That drive is just kicked in and can't do nothing with it until it's our turn. When you got that drive, if you're over 40, it happens. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So let's hear about this show that I was watching, where they're talking about polygamy, and this is mainly in Africa. But I just want to because we're always talking about the Black woman, I want to see where polygamy is a mainstay. Is it better?
Who always talks about he's looking for a brown woman?
And there's absolutely nothing with wanting that.
You would actually tell your wife that you're going to marry?
Unfortunately, yes.
No, fortunately, I feel like that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, because you need to explain yourself. Where have you been for the last 3 days? If today, being whatever day it is not for house A, and for whatever reason I need to spend it at house A, I need to call and request
humbly
house B or C or D, whatever the house number may be, that today, because of reason XYZ, I need to be away. Yeah.
If your wife number 3 or wife number 4 came to you and said, hey babe, you know what, I would like to get to know wife number 1, can you bring her over on Sunday? Would you agree to that?
No.
Why?
No, I'm your assignment, not her.
But she's in our business now.
She doesn't stay with us.
I would like to get to know her.
Why?
Because generally speaking, if she's your wife, she's an extension of our family.
Therefore,
I would love to get to know her.
Imagine, as a guy,
yes,
your wife bringing another man into your marriage. And let me say this loosely, like a loose translation in Uganda. The two of you are going to cook for this woman.
So in studio today, we have Hamis, a polygamous man. And oh my God, I'm dying to get into this conversation, but I have
it already sounds like a cluster of just insanity. So it sounds like that in Africa, that when you're polygamous, the wives don't even communicate with each other. See, that's a big step difference from what they are in America. In America, it's like they say, well, the wives should know each other. Well, let's see. There's a big difference in how it's done in Africa. It sounds like they don't even fool with each other. Let's go.
Very quick quiz question. Is it true that all men are polygamous in nature?
Are we talking Ugandan men or all
Let's
men
talk about Ugandan men because we're in Uganda right now. Or African men. Let's talk about African men.
The quick answer is yes.
Really?
Yeah, they are, but they just choose to practice or not to practice, and or they choose to practice legally or illegally.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think many of them have chosen to practice illegally.
What do I know?
Yeah, you don't know nothing because the story is out here. Eh? If you're
Yes.
following, then you would know.
Yeah.
But okay, so I love what you said. It's a choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I'm
not a
about to
must.
post. Listen,
Not
guys,
at
hold
all.
on,
I
hold on,
always
one
want to
second.
start there because there are people out.
I'm about to post the link into my community wall because if people that want to come up and talk about the subject saying they can't click the link. So I'm gonna post it in my community wall under like the post, and then you'll be able to click the link from there. So I'll just put join the polygamy on polygamy and post the link there. So there you go. So I just posted it. And if you want to join, just go there because I'm posting it in the chat, but for some reason people are saying they can't get to it. So if you go to my post, you'll be able to do it. So let's go further into this. Let's watch it. Let's go.
There who are
And also
making it.
highly avoidable, by the way.
Oh my god, you want to get in? Okay. Polygamous is highly avoidable.
Yeah.
Would you advise someone to get into a polygamous relationship?
Yes and no.
Yes. Why?
The yes would be from a personal perspective.
Okay.
They need to understand why they are choosing that path.
Okay.
But before they even make the decision, I would ask them to seek counsel,
Okay.
not from a therapist, not from a priest, not from an imam, but from someone that has experienced it. Why? I think, at least from my experience, the people that I've interacted with, those that are hoping to practice it, and some of them that have practiced it already, or some that are imagining they have gone in it for the wrong reasons. I'll give you a very funny example. A couple of years ago, someone met me at the masjid, and they looked at me as their role model. And at that time, okay, even now, maybe he's not yet even married to one person, but they said that they want to marry 3 wives. And he just said, I want to be like you. But I asked him why. I don't think you have the right reason to do it. So anyway, to each their own. But I feel that many people going into polygamy for the wrong reasons, and because of that, they suffer.
Before I get into the wrong reasons, I wanted to know how many wives do you have?
Does that matter?
I'm sure they're
yeah.
dying to know. There could be someone out there who wants to be your number 4, your number 5. So I'm just asking for the audience.
But the simple answer is more than one.
More than one.
Yes, yes.
Are you still open?
That's weird to me already. Is that he can't even say how many wives he got.
He not even proud of his own wives, huh?
What is up with that? Okay, welcome to the chat, Negro Rock. And anyone else that wants to join the stream, please go to the posts on my channel and you'll be able to see the link because I'm posting it into the chat, but it's not. People can't click it or something like that. So go ahead.
What's going on, DJ?
Hey, what's up?
I said, well,
Go ahead. Welcome. What do you want to say about polygamy?
Put it right on me, huh? Okay. Most American women just not smart enough or emotionally strong enough to deal with it. That's it. There's nothing really serious about it. I mean, I heard majority of the women on the internet basically state they only do it for money, so they don't have love in it or generosity towards their partner or whatever. They just don't want to be they want to be stagnant in a monogamous, or they just really they're just unhappy. So poly is not really bad for no man. Like the dude says, his health go up, his heart rate goes up, he stays functional, he stays active, he works out, he stays in shape, he lives longer, he's less stressed. I mean, women don't care about that.
Thoughts, Sugar Love? It's good for the man.
No, just say, just go. I hear it in your voice. Just say you don't really care about men's health.
Excuse me.
Well, what? Okay.
Most women don't care about men's health. They want to know if a man got all his teeth, if he don't stink, and if he work.
Oh, you spoke to most women?
Most women don't. Like, it.
How many women have you spoke to? I can speak for myself, sir. Thank you.
I speak for a lot of you. So when you go to a man, you talk to men with no teeth?
Excuse me?
Do you like men without teeth?
If I meet a man that I like, if he happen to have no teeth, then that doesn't mean I'm not going to speak to him.
Hey, sometimes the men with no teeth. Okay, let me be quiet.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's no. Anyway.
That can be fixed, right?
Yeah, but when y'all meet guys, I mean, well, most women meet guys, they don't want a guy who has a lot of missing teeth.
I can't.
I don't see that happening. They
Well,
clown.
missing teeth is it looks like ill health. Look, I'm being silly. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just being silly. Sometimes
It
they're
is though.
you know,
That shit is bad mental health, bad hygiene, and it also causes craters in your brain from rotten teeth and cancer.
of course.
I don't know
So
what that got to do with polygamy, but okay.
it's about women's choices on the men they pick. The polygamous part of it is about men's health.
Okay,
That's
so
what has to do with the men's
How is
health.
that men's health, though?
yeah, but what you're saying doesn't go together. You say we want to pick somebody, but then again, talking about men's health, right?
But
So
no, but you know, be quite honest, when a man is doing it too much, that's not good for your health. That's
Who
not
says that?
if to be overly doing like spreading your seed either, because of that actually causes issues as well
With who? The man?
for the man. Yeah, if you do the research, you'll find that actually you're really not supposed to be overly, because that's your life. That's like there's like a lot of vitamins and everything like that build up in your
Yeah,
system.
in your bone marrows and things like that. But
You're just spewing it off like this. That's not good for your health either. So but we try to like make it seem like that's to be okay. So but I guess it's better than just being out here promiscuous. But you're not really supposed to be out here just banging it up all the time like that. Men are not supposed to be ejaculating all the time like this.
yeah,
So
but
that's
if you are ejaculating all the time, you're choosing to kill yourself. It's not like the woman is killing you. You know what I mean?
trying to say that that a man that has multiple wives, that what he's being taken care of more. So
Yeah,
therefore,
like think about it. Your wife is going to fix. You have multiple wives to fix you better food. You have multiple wives to help you with insurance, health insurance. You have more income to take care of those old missing teeth, ulcers, kidney problems, hernias, whatever you might have. These women should be able to get together. Y'all should be able to get when it's hard on your own. The poly thing is supposed to stand up and make it easier for everybody, especially the man. But somehow in a poly relationship, it doesn't work that way in America.
I don't think it's an American thing. Can I ask you a question? To
So,
be in a poly relationship, do you think you need to make a certain amount?
hell no.
No.
You can be dead broke in a poly.
Twice.
what?
Yeah, you can be dead broke in a poly.
You can be dead broke in a poly relationship?
You can be dead broke. Yes.
Why? So that you're expecting a woman to take care of you. So you want
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. That's not
oh my God.
How do you
What?
take care of these wives?
that's not what I'm saying at all.
So it's 100% you getting to a poly for them to take care of you?
If that's what they want to do, but what I'm saying is that's not what I'm saying though, DJ. Y'all going around what I'm saying.
No,
What
I'm
I'm saying,
saying that a man could be poly and not have and
Wait, DJ,
not
let
be,
him speak.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
My
all
brother.
right? So the mindset of the woman is, and no matter what woman is, we can't speak on all women. We can speak on some women, but not everyone. Some women don't have a problem with taking care of a man, and some women don't have a problem with giving her all to a man. It's just certain women who want things their way. I believe a man should work, should take care of his wives, but if he don't, and his women still want him, and they still living under God and doing right, that's okay. And the book of what was it? The book of Timothy to tell you if a man doesn't work, he should take care of the church and his home. So they're against that as well.
Find that scripture.
How can you take care of your church and home? You ain't got no money or no kind of like assets or nothing. How are you taking care of anything? Like, what are we talking about here?
You don't know what he's taking care of. He's taking everything that's needed. You don't know what job he has to fulfill. No one knows that. That's between the relationship.
Wow. Well, let's hear some more from the African standpoint on how polygamy is done. Let's hear it.
Open or closed?
Well, it depends on the time of the day, month of the year, and season in my life.
There are times in your life where you're like, I might actually need
Right
a
now,
fourth
I'm
or a fifth.
very busy. I'm looking for money. This year is for looking for money. 2026 is for looking for money. So yes, that's
Okay.
what I'm up to right now.
Okay, so you talked about wrong reasons as to why people get into polygamous relationships. Can we hear one or two wrong reasons that men are using to get into polygamous relationships?
Money.
The first one is really an ego thing.
Okay.
Yeah, someone wants to get into polygamy because of the assumed titles that it comes with. That actually, the word Haji has been misused in circles, especially where people don't understand its meaning. It is loosely interpreted as someone who has more than one wife.
Right.
Yeah, but then Haji means someone that has gone to Makkah and performed the Haji rites during the month of Dhul Hajji and so on and so forth. But anyway, back to the question. Reason number one is the ego. Yeah, some people just do it for the ego. And then number two, some people just do it out of anger. They are angry with their first wife, so they feel that they should add the second, the third, and the fourth. And then others do it out of misunderstanding.
I agree.
Sometimes you just have a misunderstanding with your partner and you feel that the solution is to marry another wife, but not forgetting that when you marry the second, your rights on the first one have not disappeared.
Correct.
Yeah, they still withstand, and there's still a lot that is expected from you. So you just need to understand that now you're going to juggle more balls than you were before.
Right. And
Yeah.
what was your reason?
Pause.
My reason was a very
more balls. Anyways, so I'm just going to say this is that I think that the reason why I'm bringing up the African version because they are probably like some of the most polygamous culture on the globe, right? African culture, and so, but they're drawing a lot of their things from Islam. That's what I'm kind of gathering. I mean, what are y'all thoughts?
I wouldn't know. I mean, I think we always focus on like the African part of it. What about the Asians that do it? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I feel like a lot of cultures of people have the polygamy thing going on, but it's only like we like to stick to what our type of people doing instead of like, what is polygamous people doing as a whole?
Well, it sounds like the polygamy in America is more like pimping.
Yeah,
Based on how you're discussing it, polygamy is pimping. It's a man that wants a bunch of women to take care of him so that he can just become live off of the women and allow them to like kind of sustain himself as a man. In other cultures, the man is taking care of all of the women, and it's just the one man that is able to sustain multiple households. So I think that the Western culture of polygamy is way different than what's happening in other cultures. And so I wanted to like make a differentiation of what's happening in those two different things.
well, I think like the West. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Seeking the kingdom, you are absolutely correct. Many men in the Bible had multiple wives, but look at the outcomes. Look how all the kids it was jealousy amongst the kids. I mean, you barely hear a good polygamy story in the Bible. Yeah, they have multiple wives, but as it didn't work. It didn't work then. Yeah, they have multiple wives, multiple kids. But if you're reading it didn't work. It wasn't one big old happy family with the wives and the kids. It wasn't. But that was it. Go ahead.
I would say that can polygamy be sustained without a spiritual backbone to it? Because it sounds like to me that right now people want to bring up the Bible, they want to bring up Islam, they want to bring up all these different spiritual things, but I don't think that the polygamy executed, at least with Black Americans, is really based on a spiritual backbone. So it's executed in a way that there's no rules to it. Am I the only one that's seeing this? Is that like, it's just like, to me, to think that a man can have multiple wives and cannot take care of all the women that he has decided to like take on, but then expect those women should take care of him instead. That sounds to me like it sounds insane to me. Like the woman, so At what point now does this man want to assert himself to be the dominant person or the king of the household or the king of many households? How could you be the king if you're not if they're taking care of you? Like, what's really going on in Black
Um,
American relationships?
that makes perfect sense. The king gets taken care of. He looks after his people. Oh, everybody worships the king and take care of the king, kneel before the king, bathe the king, feed the king. I don't see why American women are so distorted by this, because they're the same one that let Pookie and Ray Ray make 4 or 5 babies with them. You know what I'm saying? They got side piece, and then the women are the same. Like, women think men are supposed to lay here, take care of you, work. You know what I'm saying? While y'all lay at home, do nothing, then expect money and complain. And then y'all think, well, I'm a woman. I'm the lesser being. You're a hardworking female. Get your ass up. Like, make it even for somebody sometimes. Like, I don't understand the mind state of the woman nowadays. Like, they're really children. And they complain about the mindset of men being boys and they being girls.
In other cultures, the man is not taking care of the woman like you think. Well, we have to go back to how polygamy started and what was the purpose of polygamy, right? There was a reason for polygamy, right? Polygamy was basically because when men went out to war, there's a lot of men went out to war. They left a lot of women single and they needed protection. So maybe a relative or somebody would marry the wife so the woman could stay in the family and the kids could have a father. Right? That's why it was incorporated. It was a reason for it. It wasn't like, oh, well, you can have more of these. It was a reason for polygamy. Right?
Can I ask you a quick question? Like, do you feel that that's like the main reason because of war, or we can't just say women just wanted to have multiple husbands, or
that was the main reason. One of the main reasons. It wasn't because I could just have no. That was the reason for legitimacy. Right? That was the main reason. So the kids could be legitimate and the wife can the widow can have protection. And usually it would be somebody in the family because now that woman and the kids have took on that family's name.
Right? So would you say it's different now then? Because I think there's more polygamous or women into polygyny than men. We know that men are not like having a lot of sex now. The marketplace is telling men to get your money up, change your body, get implants. We look at most women. Most women have multiple baby fathers. Most women have 2 or 3 niggas on the side. They got so many options. Are we saying that the woman? I'm starting to, from hearing all of these conversations about male polygamy. I'm hearing now women have always been, they're just selfishly choosing how they want to do it. Because I know multiple women, and certain few women that get on these panels, they have multiple dudes, and I don't know how to explain it.
Me neither, because I live my life differently, so I can't explain it neither.
Yeah, I don't really believe in having multiple partners because that means I have to screw multiple men. I don't really believe in it
like that, and my belief is not that. So
I mean, not with the HIV rate story that they
I
have.
don't even
Maybe if I was in like the 70s or 60s.
I don't know. I can't explain it.
Do y'all agree with that though? Like, how do y'all feel about that? Because I know so many women.
I don't know. I don't
I know.
agree with
Women don't never know about these. All you gotta do is go in the hood. All you gotta do is go outside and look at somebody's kids and like, damn, they got 3 different fathers. All of them got different fathers. Y'all don't notice that, or that's just on TV. Okay, I get it.
I mean, you're saying multiple fathers. I mean, so do you think that they're? I mean, I don't know. Like in the hood, that might be a different thing, but I think
that's not a hood thing.
It's not even just the hood; it's everywhere. I know because a lot of people don't live in a multi-million-dollar home.
You think that these women go into life like saying, "I want to have multiple baby daddies"?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We hear all the time. I want a baby daddy with green eyes. I want the dreadhead baby daddy, dark skin, and I want that one. I mean, all you gotta do put on Sexy Red and listen to her music. You type
You know
of
how old we are.
outside.
I don't
Sexy Red as a actual
the
like
age groups messed up.
example.
I don't think I don't think you know how old we are. So you talking about
Yeah, I'm your age. We all in the same age group.
why
Well,
you
no,
mentioning
I'm 38, honey. I don't know what you're talking
to
about, but I ain't never
Red?
listened to
Or
no Sexy
I don't know.
Red.
We don't know none of her songs. Maybe you do.
I
That's
do. I
that's
hear
what
it. I turn the radio on.
right. That's
Y'all
what
can,
your mind is at. I don't listen to no Sexy Red. Sorry. So
so you don't turn your radio on at all.
no.
You never listen to no FM radio.
No.
You never watch the BET Awards.
No.
And you don't scroll on YouTube for Sexy Red to pop up.
But I'm not gonna put on no Sexy Red. I'm gonna go to
I'm just saying we all side. Let me
I
happen.
go to I'm at the age where I pick what I want to pick.
I'm at the. I don't listen to her music. But the thing is,
You make a playlist to what you like. So even
no,
if
you don't. No things pop up. You could be watching the NBA Finals. Sexy Red to pop
you
up.
never know who they are if it does pop up, and I'm not paying it any attention. It ain't like I don't. Yes, I do. Am I paying any attention? It's not for me.
Yeah, I don't watch the NBA finals or all that stuff, so that's
No,
like
people really. Yeah, I feel you, DJ. But people are trying to act like they don't have this thing for promotion in the industry. If you Sexy Red is popping. Takashi 69, Charleston White, they're algorithm people. You can't tell me you don't get on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram and YouTube and you don't see a Sexy Red pop up. You weird. And the women and the people who talk about it. Even to the podcast with the people who talk about it. We
what
just
you're saying, but that doesn't mean I don't know who these little kids are. Any one of them could be on at any point in time. I can't say this one is that one. That I don't know.
honey, if I was watching a show and Sexy Red was on there, I'm gonna turn the channel. I'm not gonna watch Sexy Red.
so Sexy
I'm
Red
not
was
gonna
in.
get any like cues from Sexy Red on how to have a relationship.
Yeah, and I don't want this to be about Sexy Red. I'm just talking about the mind state of the women like that.
Thank you.
She's performing. She's
I don't know why you don't understand that.
I think that dudes like Sexy Red more than anything because she looks like it's like some porno like level. Like they get off on hearing her talking all nasty and stuff. But ain't no real woman gonna listen to like no woman talking about.
Oh, you crazy. You gotta go in the club then. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go
I'm
out
not a real
more.
woman. I'm talking about like these people in the club. I'm talking like a real woman that's really for her on her business. Is not gonna be like, oh, my cootie cat brown, my cootie cat this, and my vagina. Whatever. No one's gonna.
And so no real woman do that. You a DJ. You been playing Foxy Brown and Lil Kim for so long. How long they talked about their vagina?
Listen.
It wasn't done the same way though. That's different.
What? Ain't no coochie long as mine, warm as mine. She tell you it's warm. How got good, long, fat, and wet. What you mean? That's all women talk about with rap. We even bring Queen Latifah.
Welcome to the pale man in the high tower. That's enough talk about that.
The women are so sexualized. The men do it.
You have both.
What about this?
Little Kims. Oh, go ahead, sir. I didn't see you in here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, all polygamy about is about the way it was working in this country. It was never legal, but it was accepted, and this was going on while slavery was going on. Polygamy became illegal just about before the Civil War happened. So places like Utah, where it's slightly acceptable but it's not legal, you have to wonder, who are those women? Who are those women who are in these polygamous marriages? Do they represent you?
Those are kids. A lot of them
you keep on saying it's kids.
No, they get them at a
Who
young
are
age.
these women? Who are these females?
Females. Who are the people that made these choices?
Who are these females?
Girls that made the choices. Stop trying to lessen who the woman is. These women made choices.
No, they're not women. Okay.
See again. Who are these females?
No.
What community do they come from?
Most polygamy starts in cultures that really actually are taking advantage of younger women. and make
Yeah.
them become their wives at a young age when they reach their time of maturation, like 13, 14.
What's the
Actually,
source to that statement?
the true,
Okay.
like, real thing of
Is there a source to that statement? Because you saying that like they're
What
just getting
type
less.
of females? What community do they come from?
religious communities,
Okay, that's one. Now, race wise,
Black in Africa.
No, it depends on the religion.
There's way more African polygamists than
Okay, a lot
Utah.
of Caucasian
see
people.
that.
What?
So,
Listen.
they
Okay.
trying to sound
See, this is what
disingenuous.
I asked
Wait,
again.
no.
You know, you're talking about Africa. I talked about Utah.
That's why I say
But Utah has way less people than you than.
they have a lot of Mormons and stuff out there. So yeah.
Wow. Okay, we can't even answer a real question.
Okay.
They've been jucking real hard, bro. Like steady, easy questions.
You
Yeah.
don't know me like that, sir. I tell you, I speak for
I
myself.
said they. I didn't say you. You angry as shit for no reason.
It's me and her.
But I get the hysteria. This is like
the thing.
foreplay for certain people. Ooh, there's a serial killer at my door. You know, this is what they get thrills off this type of subject. But I'm trying to tell you, it would not work for a certain mindset. This is why it can never be legal in the United States.
But it's happening in the United States.
It's not
But it can't
happening
be
in the
legal.
United States.
It's not.
Give me, nah. It's,
What
polygamy
about
is not polygamy is not happening in the United States.
What about
What's happening?
what about the Amish and the Menelecs or Imelec, whatever they call themselves,
They're
in,
not,
in Philadelphia? All of them are polygamists.
yeah, but they're not.
Okay,
But legally,
what religion and what race are they?
not legally.
They're Christian and white.
religiously. But
Okay,
not
see, it's
legally.
time to be honest now. So, the majority of America would probably never be able to understand all that. Black folks aren't committing polygamy like how y'all try to be
I'm not trying. I'm just
romanticizing.
saying there is a rise in our community.
No, nobody's
I
even
don't.
getting
I don't
married,
think
right?
there's only a
No
few.
one's
There's
getting
only a
married,
few of us.
right?
If no black
one's
men are getting married,
so these old
women are having
heads is
unwed
marrying,
babies by multiple men. How's this happening? Y'all make the weirdest assumptions.
right?
And then when we ask you women, we say, well, if the men aren't having sex, well, who's really participating in it? The women.
All the men are not having sex. Are you kidding me? And all these kids are being born.
See him. I don't know who Aura is, right?
Just stick to the subject.
I don't know.
That's Negro Ralph. Negro Ralph. Negro
It's
Ralph.
Negro Ralph. Thank you, TJ.
I'm not your child. I don't know you think you talk.
I don't want you to be. I just want you to stick to a subject and not be emotional.
Not your child.
You dad won't skipping.
You know she eats dick.
Yeah, you know, because I don't even had nothing to do. This had nothing. Her comments had nothing to do with the
Wait.
subject. She about to make it on me.
You know what? I like to bring you up here, but you can't say shit like that's stupid.
No, you should just get him off. I don't know how you get warnings to disrespectful people. He should be clicked off. I wouldn't know.
You being disrespectful. I'm not commenting on you. I'm commenting on the conversation. I'm commenting on the conversation and you being ignorant.
Negro, you didn't hear what he said. He said that she eats D.
Yeah, I know, but he said that to her in the defense of me when she was trying to be ignorant. That's why.
I was not. I said I don't know who Aura is, and I was getting ready to say something else. I never finished.
Go ahead, Sugar Love. Say what you're going to say.
I'm getting ready to agree with him or not.
Go ahead, Chief.
Go ahead.
He was saying something, and I was going to add on to what he said. I said, I don't know who Aura is, but, and then he came after me. Rewind it.
Go ahead.
I apologize for being, overstimulated in the conversation. It's been a little rough. I'm going to keep it cool.
And the other one, me and him can't stay on the same stage together. I don't even forgot what you said to remember what I was going to say.
Go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
No. I'll state it again for you because I want to hear what you had to say. I stated that the women here are men are not having sex, men are not getting married, and men are also staying away from women in relationships because of what's going on. If women are having multiple baby daddies and they're still having sex and they're still making selections, they're still doing OnlyFans and still showing them promiscuous, showing that they're promiscuous, how is it that men are making the polygamous thing wrong when women are the most high purpose type of women in America? And they settle for being pimped.
We ain't gonna say women, some women, right? Not all. A lot of us don't do that. Some women do. Yes, that is true.
So let's play a little bit of this, and then we'll get like more context into the argument. Let's go.
Well, thank you for being here. We're excited to have you join the cast.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure to have you, brother. Welcome to the cast. Quick fire question of the week, y'all. Would you ever be in a polygamous relationship? Now, do you want me to go through all the questions, or we just gonna answer them one by one? What we doing?
Let's go for that off the rip. Would you ever be in a polygamous relationship? Me? It all depends on how I could orchestrate it. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to have women that are gonna stay around for the rest of my life, the same ones. If I could interchange the group every couple weeks or something like that, I think I could work with that. You know what I'm saying? Have me a nice, David Koresh goddamn compound, and I have them come in and out. You know what I mean?
That sounds a little more
Is that polygamy? First of all, what are we talking about? Let's go.
polyamorous,
That what that is?
not polygamous.
Damn it.
Polygamy is marriage, so you can't just
shit.
rotate them
Okay.
in a month.
I got the wrong
It's
rotator.
every
Every
3 weeks.
It's every 3 weeks. Let's renew our vows. Like no,
Oh, you can't do that?
polyamory, you can have multiple lovers.
Okay.
And they can change.
But isn't he old? I mean, I don't know how this guy is, but come on now. He don't even look like he's in his 20s. I think he probably looks like his 30s. And already off rip, he's saying he just wants to just exchange women all throughout the whole situation. And I'm like, so I think that this is like even showing like even the propensity to marriage for men. I don't think that marriage is important to men.
No, it's very important to men. That's a total wrong statement. We don't go crazy and vouch for women for far as like marriage and stuff like that. But every man wants his own. That's every man that's a real good man. They want a woman, they want a friend, they want companionship, they want a family. Now we're not gonna do the stupid stuff because we don't know who we should marry until it's that time. But that's why you if men wanted to marry, we'll be married. Women don't want to stay married. It's not about us no more. I really want the world to understand men are not making the vocal points in life to say we can control a relationship. That is the woman, and they'll leave at the drop of a dime.
So I would like to add on as well to Brother Negro Ralph, is that in the beginning, when we heard of marriage in the United States of America, it was older gray-haired men, older, like in their 60s, marrying 14-year-old, 13-year-olds who were blonde hair, blue eyes mainly. All right. And they didn't marry out of love. They married out of a wealth transference. All right. This was out of business, the contract. It's only into the 1900s, like 1950s, that we're hearing of males, these same gray-haired males, teaching their young 18-year-old males to marry, bend on your knee, and marry Miss Peggy down the street before you go off to World War II. Stuff of that nature. We're hearing the men bending down on one knees in the 1950s. That's when you start seeing it in the films. Fast forward to where we are now. Again, you're seeing females talking about bending the knee. All right? This is a whole different thing. The institution of marriage needs to be re-examined.
So here's the question. Is marriage business?
Yes.
In America.
In America.
I don't think it's just America. I think that you guys have it twisted, even in Africa. Because what do they have in Africa? They have a dowry.
They don't have the child support, divorce court systems like how we do.
That's just a nigga taking care of
So
home.
what is
That's
a
life.
dowry? What is a dowry? What is that? You're buying a woman pretty much. What is a dowry?
It's not what we're talking about. 18 years is 18 years.
Yeah. You find
You
out it
know?
ain't one of his kids.
Right. We could that's a quotable Shakespeare song in the next 20
Let's keep this on
years
live so
if
some
we
of your
don't get this
audience
stuff
out there,
together.
we can add them to the chat. I need some more people that have different opinions because I think that we're the only ones in this echo chamber. But let's play a little bit more of what this conversation was talking about. It's interesting to hear this. This is the dialogue that's coming out of this. It's crazy. So let's
You
go.
got it forever.
Yeah, you.
And you build the
By
money.
the power
Though.
vested in.
I like the part when they build the money though, and everybody put the money together. We
Yes.
all eat. I like that component of it.
Yeah.
I just want new women every time though. So that's my opinion on it. You know what I mean? What you
We're
think, Ralph?
so surprised.
We're-
It's
yeah.
organic.
We are.
I know this isn't a very traditional response, and hopefully, my mom really can't hear most of the time, you know, because her hearing aids and stuff. So hopefully, she won't hear this. But I'm not opposed to it. The reason is because I feel that being with just one person when it comes to a man for the rest of their lives is just such a struggle for them. Even when you have a really, really great person on your side, it's almost like a punishment. And that's why I don't put like a lot of limitations on people. Like I like for them to be able to look where they want to look and kind of not feel like they're in jail or prison, you know? So if my husband, or if I wasn't with my husband and my partner was having a conversation with me, like a serious conversation about, you know, being open to that, I would actually entertain the conversation, be willing. I would have some boundaries, of course, because I don't want to deal with a woman. My own best friend get on my last nerve sometimes. So I know that, you know, another female just constantly in my space, just, you know, we need our space. You know, we need our space and we need some type of boundaries because it shouldn't be a punishment for me.
That's common though. Sometimes they have separate homes. And I mean, for me, I practice ethical non-monogamy, which is a form of one of these type of relationship
Say
structures.
that again.
Ethical non-monogamy.
That sound like
Ethical
mathematics.
So, in simplest terms, ethical non-monogamy means
ethical, let's all try to say it.
Ethical non-monogamy.
It's basically consensual. So in a sense that we have things that we talk about, we negotiate that we want to do. I don't know about polygamy because I don't want my partner to have another wife. See, because we start getting into titles like wife, we talk about entitlement. That means fortunes and, you know, when inheritances and things like that. And I feel like when you have those legal parameters, that I'm not okay with. But I'm not uncomfortable with inviting another person into
threesome.
a bedroom.
Well, okay. So this is what are we talking about here?
It's talking about what we said. That's exactly what I just said. All the women just said it's cool to a point as long as that money not infected. As long as that money not affected. Fuck their values, their religion, the culture of it, long as the money not affected. And what the dudes hear when dudes hear that, they say, okay, I know she's not here for me. The marriage part not really there. So what else can I do? I just swap them on out and keep fucking. That way it stays entertaining and I don't never stay bored. It's the women. You just heard them say it.
What are your thoughts?
They speak for themselves, right? But what she said, it's America making black women feel like they don't need men. It's in the music, it's in the movies, it's a cancer. It's a part of the curses that was placed on our people from Yah, God, for breaking our covenant. It wasn't a covenant when God said the women and the men should go at it. It wasn't a covenant yet. You didn't have the covenant, but that was early in the beginning when God said the woman and men will be going at it, right? But I really believe at our age that like we shouldn't be having the same conversations we would have in our 20s and our 30s. We should be more uplifting when we speak. Everybody is in control of themselves, right? I can't sit up there and be like every man, men. No, like our focus should be someplace totally different. Not well, women this and women that and women that. Why do I can't talk about men? Like, I'm not around that no more. I don't know y'all ages, and I'm far from old, but we should be. Adam was not a simp. Well, technically, Wait, those are all ways of the devil is to separate all men and women. The devil is planning to attack our relationships. Well, as soon as you get married, the devil steps in, right? As soon as you get married, the devil steps in because the devil does not like covenant. So the devil starts implanting stuff in a lot of married people's head. That's why you have to fight for your marriage. You have to fight for everything. You have to fight to want to be together, right? And you know the devil's going through it first. It's our women. It's happening.
So to answer this is that
The fruit.
does anyone know who the oldest
Wait.
married couple is in the United States?
Hold on, Man in the High Tower. Was Sugar Love done? Let's make sure she was done.
I just like
Thank you.
Because they
All right. I know that happens a lot. Anyways, does anyone aware who's the oldest couple married in the United States?
No.
Race wise, it's a black couple, Black American from the United States. Both of them. They're over 100 and something years old. See, stuff like this, we're not going to celebrate. No one's going to celebrate that. They want to celebrate vice, not virtue. And that's exactly how the news goes. This is what gets people stimulated, fear. The only way this could get better is to say enough is enough. Why would you encourage a young man or a woman to sign up for this piece of paper that there's conjectural obligations in case they split apart? This affects your credit score. This affects your social friendships. This is not for poor people any longer. Poor people can't get married like that.
Then just don't get married, right? If you find somebody even with, right? You find someone who wants to be married. If you don't want to be married, but don't say that for people who want to be married. Some people want to be married. Some people do not. It's okay.
Has anyone ever heard of
marriage is a lot harder for richer people because why they have assets that the moment that they become married, that the moment they die, if they have children, then that means that all that assets goes to their husband. So therefore, their assets no longer go to their children. They have to create a will. So business wise, that would be a thing, right? So just not business wise, but like asset wise. I mean, so I would say if you're a richer person, it's way harder to get married than it would be. And that's why
DJ.
Are not married.
But again, these rich people that we're talking about, there's a new term for those who go through that. It's called gray divorce. What does gray divorce mean? People who are getting divorced when they're old and gray. And this is the most popular trending divorce types going on in the 21st century.
Let me ask you something though. Like I really wanted to make this clear. Like I know a lot of times when we talk about the women and we get the self-defense on their character, but no one really gives the defense on the men's character. So I want to ask you this, DJ, and I hope you can like give me a clean, thorough answer. What percentage of women are leaving men assets after a divorce?
I don't know what that percentage is. I never looked it up.
I bet you that percentage is probably lower than rape.
The thing is, if anybody wants a divorce, the question is why? Like women, why?
No, the question is why would somebody
relationships, right? We only in our relationship. We're not in people's relationships to know why they are getting divorced, why that woman is the one who said, I'm going to get divorced first. Just because somebody said it and actually went down here and did it, that doesn't mean the man didn't think about it, right? Right? Just that she beat him to get the divorce. But the question would be why? Why would she do that? Because he's a good man? Like, why would
we watch things like Judge Hatchet.
I'm gonna say this. The Frenchman has been waiting patiently. Welcome to the panel, the Frenchman. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Did you want to say something about that subject?
Well, is like from my perspective, you can see on social media, it's a lot of women. They're posting videos about how they divorced their husband, and then even celebrate. Like, to me, it's like insane because they have like a whole cake with the little characters, the wife and the husband, and the wife with a knife, you know cutting the head of the husband. It goes like where this is hate. They want to show that they don't like the man, but they'll take the money though, for sure. They'll take half of everything that he has. So to me, it wasn't love in the first place. It's all based in interest, how much they can take from the man, even though they believe they are independent and strong, but everything that they get in that dynamic is from a man. And then after that, when they divorce, they're struggling if they didn't handle the money and half of everything that he gave. Then is and they continue to hate man and on social media and get other young girls to do the same, so they're not going to be alone. To me,
You think that the women are hating the men more than the men are hating the women on social media?
Hell yeah.
Message. Yes.
so
Name five men hating podcasts, and then name five female hating podcasts.
DJ Alchemizing Energy.
Did you ask me the question, or
You're
asked
saying that my channel is a male hating a podcast, and you don't stop it.
Breakfast Club.
What's that joint? What's that joint? Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit hate women.
Yep. That's 3.
Let's get in. I almost would say sign another platform, but I'm gonna leave that
we got
alone.
30 seconds left, bro. Come on.
Hold
Come
on.
on.
MTR, he hates women. And what's that guy with the freckled face that say he got all his game from the girl from a dyke teaching him how? He be on that talk show with all them people talking about shit. We got 4 though. We got 4. It don't matter. But the 5th one is that light skinned guy, Mr. Say Something, Mr. Something.
Mr. Let Go.
You name all.
Yeah, Mr. Let Go. Mr. Let Go.
Right. So that's
Whoa,
all.
ding, ding,
male
ding, ding,
hating
ding.
women. Where are the female hating men panels?
Oh, we gonna go hard. Cynthia G. You got that. What's the black girl that do the dating show to pick out the Kevin Samuels? We got all the feminist channels that you can name.
The View, the talk show host, The View.
The news, The View, Your Mama. I'm saying it's a lot, man. We don't even want to go down this list.
You gotta let these disrespectful people go. We can't even have a good conversation. Are we adults or not?
No, we having a conversation. Asking the name.
One of them got disrespected twice.
What was it? The name of
It's your tone, man. It's your tone, really. But we trying to look past that. Sometimes you might come off a little aggressive.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this.
Disrespect. You a fucking kid, man. Grow up. That's why.
Listen, you said your mama. That you don't. People might have deceased mama. My mom is.
Oh, y'all got. I didn't say her mama. I'm not.
But you said your mama. You never know whose parents are. My mom.
I'm talking about mamas and just certain mamas, not her mama. Y'all too emotional. I'm not saying that.
This is wild, bro.
Yeah, what's wrong with y'all? I don't need to talk
I
about
gotta give you some advice, bro.
What's wrong with y'all?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say or do can be used against you in a court of law.
We was talking about women, right? And I'm saying, mom, right? I wasn't saying her mama. I'm saying your mama.
Y'all named 100% more channels that you could like name off and give more description to than females dissing on men.
Yo,
You
those
had to bring up
platforms
your
are crazy.
mama, your auntie, your grandma. You had to do all that. But when you go to these things, you was able to point out exact YouTube channels that are hating on women. And you had to go into your grandma, your
Yeah, because
mama.
it's a lady called Tia Kemp. Tia Kemp. She called herself your auntie. She calls herself your auntie. She calls us her auntie, your favorite auntie. Then you got the
Yeah,
other lady
I
who
know who
calls us
she
your
is.
mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got another lady. She says, "I'm your mama. I'm your mama." Like she talks to us crazy. Like I'm trying to remember the lady's name, but I'm not joking about her. She took it in general about her and started whining. I'm talking about the platforms. The question.
It was no need. She said, name 5
It's a platform. I'm yelling the woman's
all the
platform.
way around the world. Grow up, like I said, grow up.
But hold on, what is the point to name all these podcasts? What's the goal after that?
Ask the question. The point was you could answer it or not. She said, name 5. We named 5 men shows that don't like women. So she wanted 5 men named 5 women that have men hate channel. It was just a question. It wasn't a point. It was a
But
question.
even though they named
He didn't name them. He
the
went
men,
everywhere else, sir.
No,
hold
I
on, the
did,
name,
and you started going crazy.
the podcast that he named are not hating on women. It's because it's for men. And when they men build something
Somebody's
for
mama
men,
show is for men.
can
Is
I
the show
finish?
for your
Can I
mama?
finish? Can I
Hold
finish?
on, hold on. You're saying that these male shows that are talking about women in a negative way are not hating on women. And I
I'm
can bring up
saying what I'm no what I'm
any one of the
saying.
shows that he named
You
and show
just cut
us
me
clip
off,
of them
and
hating
then
on
you
women.
asked me a question. So it's I can't help you with the answer if you don't allow me to do it. So we can have a conversation and having an understanding on how we can figure this out. So to me, and I'm telling you, to me, just for in my life, I had a hard time in relationships, right? Because I was born and raised in France, and I came here to LA, and then I got taken advantage of. Then some way somehow I was on YouTube, and I went through different podcasts. They were talking about how men are getting taken advantage of. They were talking about narcissists. That was a new concept for me because in France we don't do that. We don't abuse people to the extent where you control somebody's life. You take somebody's money. You leave that person after years of being married. Things like you take half of everything that he has. No, it's nothing like this. People stick together. So to me, what's going on in America, that's a new concept. And that's why I can give you like the differences between France and America and what's toxic and what's not. But people in America are so used to the toxicity or so used to that war that they for them that's normal. So me, when I listen to those podcasts, I can tell the difference when they hate on women and where they don't. And when I listen, I just take the good that's gonna help me out, to be a better person, a better man, a better provider, a better protector, and be more logical in my decisions and understand what game women are playing in America. Because women are playing real game here, and
I
they're
agree.
serious. They got and
There you
it's
go.
a lot of men. They are suffering they by themselves. Nobody, they don't voice it. They don't voice it. We don't complain. We don't go on TikTok and say, yeah, my wife did this to me, because we're going to be seen as weak. Because
Or asking
we
for help
supposed to
or
be
how to
strong
hurt
at
a
all
woman.
times.
You know how many TikToks they got or Instagrams? You can go on there, just scroll, and there'll be a woman saying, "Hey, can you guys help me with my divorce? I'm trying to get my husband for everything he owns." Like you mentioned, what's the lady that was with Safari? You had mentioned something very, very precious.
Nicki Minaj
You
or
said
the Mina,
not,
Erica Mina,
the
Erica
lighter
Mina.
one where she cried on Lil Scrappy's shoulder because she divorced Lil Scrappy. The baby wasn't his. She thought that he would have to be paying over $500,000 in child support.
Oh
Turned
yeah.
around, he doesn't have to
Erica
pay a
Mina.
dime. Erica Minna, and she said, "Now
Yeah.
I gotta raise this baby all on my own."
Oh. And these are people that
Like,
got money.
and she has money and filed for a divorce, looking to be greedy.
What you talking about? Them two younger
Erica
ones.
Minna.
What's he talking about?
So Erica Mina child was not Safari's?
Yes,
No.
both kids are his. Both of the young ones is his.
They're not his. She filed for the.
They
They're
are
not his kids.
Then you pull it up. Both of them young ones are his.
Well, there's a whole skit you can get on YouTube. They saying that she doesn't get the money. She will not. That's not his or whatever. I don't know what source you have.
Both of them younger ones are his.
Well, let's say let's for your sake, for our sake, let's say they both are his. The way the divorce was put out there, she filed for the taker for everything and got nothing but $5,000.
What's the other guy name? I do agree with a lot with what he was saying. Like me personally, I don't believe that depends on how long is the marriage, but I believe if you didn't work for it, you should not have access to all that men's funds.
Right.
I truly believe in that because I try to flip it, and I know if I put on the work, the time, and the sweat or whatever, I don't give up half of my money. And I do agree with what he said too. You take whatever you could take that's good, and whatever is not good, you leave it there. That was
Listen, I'm 40 years old. The last thing I'm gonna do on planet Earth, my big contribution, wisdom-wise, I definitely am not going to pussyfoot around when someone asks me about marriage.
I like how you cut
This
me
is
off.
a different generation. I don't
off.
want none of these people who are turning into adults to run into these fucking crash dummies who are old and confused and still babbling promiscuity, all that stuff.
You sound really hurt.
No, it's just the way it is. These young kids should not be taught, should not be coached by these olders.
I really think you've been hurt.
Anyone who's in their 30s and talking about marriage, they're old.
What?
Little slurp,
What?
slurp,
Yeah.
slurp. You know,
What?
but yeah, but you can't. I work hard for my ends, and you can't have them. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing about polygamy that I would say. But honestly, people need to stop just thinking about the sex part.
Yeah.
Because
That's all everybody thinks
I
about.
think
Right.
I think that's what women think about. I mean, to be honest, I don't think y'all not gonna like this.
Yeah, keep it real, Enrique.
I don't think one woman is ever good enough for a high valued man.
They love that term, high value man.
Yeah. the
Whatever,
highest value.
whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like he's always gonna want more, and it's not to diminish her value, but it's just the fact that he knows he has the ability to manage more than just one, which then it feels like a punishment or a prison, right? Like if I was wealthy and I was like, yo, you can only buy one car for the rest of your life. You can never get a new car. You can only stick with this one car in 2025 or 2025 car, even when you're in 2050.
Right.
You're gonna be like, nah,
I ain't
I'd
with
put
that.
mad miles on this myself.
Right. I'm tired of it.
Like,
I'm tired of that.
roll that
you know?
See how they talk about how
Well, no,
That's so
I'm just
crazy.
thinking
But
about it,
it's
though.
what it is. But that shit is crazy.
It
So
is.
so like that is so up. I just want you to know.
But it's not though if you
but-
just pick a guy that ain't got it.
but so cool. There are some high value women.
Mhm. Yes.
Are your feelings the same as it pertains to
No
the woman?
such thing.
I believe this is very simple, right? Well, first of all, I don't.
So you're saying there's no such thing as a high value woman? There's no such thing.
Yes, like in the sense of to be synonymous with a high value man. No, there is no such thing.
What is the difference between a high value man versus a high value woman?
So a high value woman would have to would have her money up, should be papered up, she'd have her vehicles, whatever, have her businesses. She could have been married or not, but she has her options where she can have any type of man she wants, as many she wants. There's no such thing as a high value woman. Let's stop that. We don't want.
You just gave a
Why do
description
you
of a
want to
high
be
value
parallel
woman.
to a man? Why do you want to be parallel to a man?
I forget your name, bro, but I got some pushback for you because I believe that is high value women out here. It's just not in this kind of like what you said, not on the same value as a man, because we don't value the same thing that the women are looking to value when it comes to that. So I believe everybody has a different opinion about what a woman's value and worth is, but a woman is valuable because of the things she helps you obtain. So a valuable woman to me is someone who can help me attain more than what I have, and also someone that is directly loyal and servitude to choosing servitude towards me. That's very high value to me. I don't care if she would
Right,
never
that's a
make.
gift
I
from
don't care.
God, bro.
Yeah, but
That's a
I
gift
would,
from God,
but
not a high
all women don't
value.
have, but all women don't have that gift. Some of them are just cold buckets out here, just cold
Right.
buckets of water. You know what I'm saying? And for that woman to have that, she has, to me, that means she obtained more worth, more value than the cold bucket of water.
See that the
So a
definition of
man,
a
a
high value
woman.
woman.
Hold on. So you're saying a high value woman has to give you something and be of value to you, and then therefore that would make them a high value. What about her being of value as a woman to herself would make her high value? Why does she have to be able to serve you to be high value?
Because
Because I would not
this is
need her
based on
because I don't need her for
hold
nothing.
on. This is based on a relationship. If you get in a relationship and you don't bring nothing to the other person, you bring no value in the relationship.
My quote is, if you
If
can't be used, you're
let's
useless.
say I'm a man, right? I'm a man.
If you can't
I
be
want that.
used,
Hold
you're
on. I want that
useless.
woman.
Useless, yes.
I want that woman, and I come to her, and I get in a relationship with her, and I don't bring nothing to her. How can I be of any of a value to her? But women once do nothing in a relationship and believe they bring some value.
Sir, can I ask you a question right now? Just
Yeah.
you. With what you've come across here in the United States, all right, as for women and marriage wise, right?
Right.
May you say just, hey, maybe one have gotten away from you that was a good one, good woman?
What do you mean got away from me? What in what sense?
It just didn't work out. The laws of the cosmic laws. It just, you would just say like one or more than one.
You mean got away from me? What do you mean when when
Love at
I'm
first sight. She's gorgeous. You're gorgeous with her. You're laughing. This is your best friend. As long as you've been here in the United States, you would say what? Just about one of those you've come across?
you're talking about what you're trying to say? Because I don't get the
So what
sense.
I'm getting at is this valuable woman in people's lives.
Right.
It's very, very limited situations.
No, it's just
You
you
don't.
talk like an idiot. That's why they limited it to you.
So
No, 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 no.
no. He
That
asked you
is a
legit. That's
fact.
legit, bro. That's legit. He's asking you, have you ever found love and lost it? Just if you're saying there's value in women, you should be honest and answer the value of that love you might have had that you wanted to keep. That's a legitimate question.
No. The point that I'm telling y'all, when we hear men say that there's no high value women out there, they're so used to messing with bottom feeders that's the only women that they're running into.
A boss chick can never be a high value woman. A boss man, that's a high value man. We know that.
No,
They
that's the
ain't one
point.
and the same.
You.
Did
And
you
That's why I said. That's why I said the woman.
that's why that
The
sounds.
woman that
That's why that
that
sounds.
work for me. That's why.
Unless her valuing.
No, that's what I'm saying. That
A
sounds.
boss chick is combative. She's
This
not
is.
feminine.
You a retard. That's what I keep telling you, bro. Like I have a woman who made a whole bunch of money that was submissive. She's high value. I married her. Like that's what I'm telling you. Like this idea, just because you can't control women when they make money, that's a you problem. When I can just
Who
keep
said
running
about
around here talking
control?
about, I'm
No
about
one's
to
saying
help you.
control.
No, I'm about to help you out, bro. Because I'm tired of niggas who ain't got no damn woman trying to
Why are
give
you
advice
saying
about
niggas in
women.
control, bro, so
So
much?
the point that I'm trying to help you understand is if you can get a high earning woman that is submissive in everybody book, she would be a high value woman. Like I don't understand. Like if you tell me you have the income in a submissive woman, the stuff that y'all run around the internet saying that y'all only can get broke women to do. I don't know why y'all think that women with money don't submit. It's crazy to me.
Listen,
That's what I'm trying to tell them.
But that's
a
the
manosphere high
So for
value
me,
man.
I'm
A
telling you.
manosphere high value man. There is no I don't subscribe to the manosphere either, but there's no high value woman that comes up out of a woman's sphere or a manosphere.
So let me ask you a question
Why are
again.
we basing
And hold
our
on, let me apologize. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked them. I shouldn't have attacked them. Please forgive me, brother. It's Sunday. I
You don't
apologize.
have to.
If
You
you
don't have to
if you
apologize.
hold on, I want to
I'm not.
apologize because
We,
I just want to see
but
if
we're
you're
not
being
gonna have
honest.
bagels either
No,
tomorrow.
I just want to see if you're being honest.
You know, shit.
If a woman is a high earner, but she is still willing to submit to a man, will we consider her high value?
If she still submit to a
Is
man,
that a question for the panel?
No, it's for you specifically because you said they don't exist.
One more time, the question, sir.
All right, let me run it back. If a woman is a high earning woman, that means she make high earning, but she's still willing to submit to the man that she's married to, we consider her a high value woman.
Yeah, she is a godsend woman. She's shown me things about the world, and I'm learning more about myself. I have more exposure to things. That's a godsend. That's one of a kind.
But we call it high value. It's real. I'm using these
No, it's
words
not
because you
high
used.
value.
So
It's
she's low
priceless.
value.
Priceless.
Oh, so you said
You
that.
can't. There's no shelf life on that. You can't buy that at a store.
So men have a price to them and women don't, based off your statement.
That's what it seems like. Yep.
According to slavery, according to American slavery, the men price went twice as high as the women. So men always had a price. When you got captive of war, they would rather take men captives than women because they can be used for farming, prisoners, anything, especially when a young child. So
The
women
rules of
has only been the
engagement.
right. Yeah. So look, when we say these things, right, we got to start like pinpointing real actions. It's the woman, and it's what will a woman accept. That's why these are women problems. Men usually go with the situation, right? So me known as a man who has something and didn't have nothing, I've been with women who had money and I didn't even work. They didn't even want me to work. They want me to stay in the house, have sex, and play video games and cook and clean. They just wanted me, and I still wouldn't stick around. I still left them behind. You know, for
Man, the
other women
awful
that were
voice. I
younger.
remember that. Oh
But
man.
that's the point. But that's not
Hey,
them
hold
problem.
on, guys,
You know,
real quick. For anyone that wants to come up, if you go to the post, because people are saying when they click the link in the chat, it's not coming up here. If you want to come up here onto the panel, go to my post and you'll see the StreamYard link, and then you can come up and join the conversation. I would like to get people to join because I
I
think
gave DJ Genesis that technique.
Thank you for giving the technique. Thank you.
Yeah,
and
but
then
that's the
and
problem
then
is you trying.
let me
Hold on,
finish.
let me
Yeah, let me
respond
finish.
to what you
Go,
said at
go,
first because
go,
you said a
go,
lot.
go.
Like the first thing you said is, "Hey, I've been with women who had high earnings, who took care of me, who was the best thing, and I left them for younger women." That's not a woman problem. It's you a hoe. You
No, that
can't
woman
stay
wasn't
sing
for
like
me.
that.
No, that woman was a hoe. She was older than me, 15 years older than me, way more worldly experience than me. Should have been able to cultivate the mind of a young black man. But no,
Oh,
I
you
seen
want
her.
her to cultivate you.
She have treated me. Yes, if I'm 21 and you're 30, like 36, who should have more worldly experience? The young
So
man or
you
the woman?
left her because she couldn't cultivate you as a
Yeah,
man?
she wasn't stimulating me as a
That's
man. Like,
crazy.
yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
crazy.
saying.
Let
So
All
hold
right,
on,
all
bro. Let
right.
me finish it. Let me finish the statement, bro. So that's what I'm saying. To a degree, old boy is right because no matter what she made, I didn't look at her money and things like that and made her a profound woman. Didn't make her top notch because I didn't see that in her. It's the woman that I chose to see that in, and that's the gift that we have as men.
Why
you
do
see.
men think a woman should be taking care of a man?
Hey, what was that movie with Lynn Whitfield and Martin?
Oh, man.
And
I
I don't
don't like
know.
that movie. I don't like Martin.
between love and hate.
Yeah, man. She warned him. She warned him. Said
So
she, don't
We can't
break
be going out
don't
of
break my
movies.
heart.
Let's watch some
the,
movies.
the crazy part about it is this man is telling us he got with a woman that he wasn't really attracted to, and she couldn't, help him
Emotionally.
mature to be in the man that he need to be. So he left this woman
Emotionally.
that he wasn't attracted to in the first place, right? For a younger
No, yeah,
woman.
I
And
didn't
then,
say
and
that.
then he's gonna try to say that she didn't have what it take to cultivate him.
Why'd you
It's
put words in my mouth,
crazy.
bro? That
That's
Hey,
what
woman
you
was
said.
attractive. No,
it
I
was a
said that
mercy killing.
she couldn't cultivate me emotionally. If you're an older woman and I feel like I'm emotionally stable than you, but you got all this money, and all you want to do is make me have sex. Yo, I'm smarter than you. Like I have more value than that. So I
But
look at it as that
you
value.
sound just like
So,
the women. That's the point I'm
Bro,
taking.
well,
bro,
Women
that's what
I
say
want
it's
to make a
happens when
about
you.
high
movie.
earning
That's what
men.
happens when you become
Hold
that
on.
man, bro.
No,
That's
women
what
say
happens when
this
you get
about
a
high earning men. Listen, women say, hey, check this out. He had all this money. He could not stimulate me emotionally. So I left. I'm telling you that we got to understand in relationship is more factors than money. This is why the people who KS who made it the standard said it's not just about money. That's the point is relationships have never been just about money. I said a high value
well, I
woman.
said that
Hold
earlier.
on,
That's what
because
you
you're
you
not
going to my point.
describing a high
No,
value
you're
woman.
going
You
off
was
the
with a
subject.
woman.
You're going off the subject I just
No,
ended it
I'm
with.
not. I
I
promise you,
said
I'm
it
on.
earlier.
I'm
If
on
you
the
rewind this
subject.
tape, when you rewind this tape, I said
I'm
clear.
talking about what you said right now. You didn't
Right,
describe a
right. That's
high
what we're
earning.
talking on the subject.
No, on
I
right
said
now
what
you did not describe a high value
That's a
woman.
sugar mama.
You described the sugar mama or a high
well,
earning woman.
the women described this already. See, that's why you're so late. If you have been listening, the women have said on this panel,
No, we didn't.
why does it?
No,
They did
we
No,
not
didn't.
say
that's
they couldn't establish
No,
you emotionally.
hold
I've
on.
been
I'm
watching.
gonna quote you. You said, why does the women? You said why?
we didn't.
They
Women
said, why do
understand.
women?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, the
No,
women said on this panel. Well, no,
women
let me finish. Are you gonna remember that y'all agreed with this? Y'all
I
said that y'all said that the American men here and the African men are taking care of the family and
never
doing things.
said that.
Never mind,
These
it's not a hot
just said that. I did not.
right. I'm saying that this is the topic that is on relating to it. Y'all,
I was talking about polygamy. I was saying that in polygamy,
comprehension is other thing.
You want to get
that
out the
in
fire
Africa,
and throw us in it. Because he's talking to you. You want to get out the fire and throw us in it. No,
No,
sir.
I'm not. I'm helping him get his ass out the fire. He's
I could
just
talk to
talking.
these New Yorkers. I could talk to this New York woman right here.
You can't
Go
talk to
ahead.
me.
First of all, brother, who's the brother with the sugar mama?
That's all.
R. Just say
Bro.
R. Just say
Okay,
Negro
R.
Ralph, bro.
With the
Negro
low
Ralph.
value
Now,
woman,
now,
low
Ralph,
Negro
value.
Ralph is
Ralph.
my name, bro. I ain't gonna tell the nigga. That's what I'm saying. This dude is too over. He's too over. My name, Negro Ralph, bro. Or you can just call me Ralph.
Okay, Ralph, sir, when you had that older woman, I could make a short story about this. Like she was paying you weekly allowance, and then what? You decided, hey man, I could break free from her.
Nah,
How does
so
it end? How does it end? Where did
How
you
does
get the
it?
mindset? You realize, listen, she trying to pay me off as a young dude, sucking up all my energy, but I'm emotionally feel abandoned by her. Like
Yeah,
we.
that's
Where,
true.
where did you
That's
put it
true.
all together?
I
That should
when
be a short
I put
story right there.
yeah, I put it all together, right? The thing is, I was dating her. She took me from my mom's crib one day. I'm in my mom's basement working, just getting out of a bad relationship, and I had children. I just broke up with my first baby moms, and I left the home. I left everything alone. This woman came in while I was, started cleaning up. You know what I'm saying? And but one thing about her was it was never really love there. It was only I get, hey, do this, take this money, do this, take this money, take my car, do this. I got kids and stuff, and I want to see my kids. And she was just taking me further and further away from what the last thing I cared about was those kids.
So what makes this woman high value? Hold on, no, we got to answer the question. What makes that woman high value?
She wasn't high value. She was just a good woman.
You off subject. That's the point I'm telling you. You are the one off subject by inserting her into the
Nah, because the woman
situation.
I said that had good value is the woman that I met. When I met, she didn't have anything really. We didn't really have anything.
That's a
But
sponsor, bro.
love,
She a
loyalty,
sponsor,
and
bro.
respect.
See,
And
but
I married that woman, and we're fighting together. I
But
love her.
that's
She's my
the
best
point
friend.
the point that I'm telling you is you can get a woman that love you who got money. I don't know why y'all think you got
I
to choose one
mean,
or the other. You don't
no,
have to
I'm saying
choose
it's
one or
just the
the other.
woman you pick. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's the woman that I ended up with. I didn't
But they
want.
they lied to
Listen, bro.
y'all guys and
Have you
said
ever
that
been
you
broke? Let me ask you. Have you ever been
I'm
broken
just
up with?
I'm trying to help you understand that they lied to you, said that only broke women submit. It's the biggest lie out there. All
Yeah, I
women
mean,
submit to the right men.
yeah,
That's what I'm
to the one
telling
they
you. It's
want.
like
Man,
so
all women submit. What you talking
Yeah,
about,
talk
bro?
about to the one they want.
Hell yeah.
We don't listen to what women tell us about submission. They know as soon as they see the nigga they want sleep with, they submit. Or
so
they
why
really give them something.
That's a
so,
lie.
so hold on. What is this talking point that she gotta be she gotta be barefooted and she gotta have nothing for her to be submission. Like everybody keep telling me the story. Well, I got this woman who didn't have nothing, so she submit. Why, as a man, you couldn't get a woman who had something that submitted?
I'm saying I'm saying that it could be in whatever you find her in. Big class, no class, some class. You know what I'm saying? It's just the woman. Don't nobody and it's I've been saying everything has been on the woman. It's not on us men no more. They outnumber us,
Yo,
they out emotionalize us. When you know what I'm saying, they're portraying the biggest sex scandals, they control the sex dynamic. Like nobody cares about what men do no more.
That's another lie. A woman ain't never controlled sex with me. Like that. That's the crazy part.
I'm
Like
talking about it.
y'all
I'm not talking about a good
y'all
and
been in
all.
these spaces too long.
Hold on. A wife submits to her husband, and it sounds like there's some people on here talking about girlfriend and boyfriend. Exactly. See, you cannot have submission unless because of being that it comes from the Bible, you cannot have to unless God is ahead of you.
That's really false.
God is not ahead of you. If you don't submit to God, how you expect a woman to submit to you?
Facts.
That's
And that woman should have submitted to God before she even submitted to you.
Let's see. When you leave this earth, you're going to be judged for what you do, right? Not for what women do. You do, right? And if you want things done right, you have to do them correct. There is no when y'all speak. If you don't have God in your life, or if you're not submitted to God, not saying that all the time it works, but if you're not submitted to God, you don't even know how to submit. But you want women to know how to submit?
But question.
Talk about it.
Who?
Talk about it,
Question.
If
sister.
you submit to God and she's a godly woman, she would know her role then. Right?
Mm.
But who really does? Who?
She's gonna fall directly in place because she's gonna follow.
Yeah, sister. Tell him because she gonna submit to the God in you. Tell him she gonna submit to the God inside of you. Come on, talk to him, sister.
Automatically.
No.
A woman
They
is
don't.
going to
Now
follow
hold
you.
on.
She cannot unless you're unevenly yoked. But if you evenly yoked and she's saying that you're a God fearing man, and in your house you shall serve the Lord.
Come on, come on.
Her in the right direction. That
Well,
said right. Money ain't got nothing to do with that. Because you can lose all your money tomorrow. in the blink of an eye. If you don't sit up there and pray together and pray for each other,
Talk about it.
and they don't see that you have a routine, what is there for her to follow? What is there for her to submit to?
Yeah, didn't they say 90% of the people who pray together stay together for eternity?
Yes. So
Hey, what's more of a problem, single motherhood or diabetes?
that's say what you want to say, because see,
Stop
I'm
all that.
asking
You
a
look at-
question.
Listen, stop changing the subject. That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
What are we doing here? You like to do that, and it gets on my nerves, bro. But hey, let's go into this real quick. Women who divorce first marriage, do you know the wedding day you were making a mistake? Let's hear what this lady has to say, and several others.
Such a strong response to my previous video about Kevin can go F himself. And I got to tell you, I'm bowled over by the comments of women who share the same experience that I did in their marriage. So I have 2 daughters, and my youngest daughter is 23 years old, and she and I have some of like the deepest, most philosophical conversations when we're together, particularly when we're in the car. And so the other day we were just talking about like being a young woman and dating, and then with the expressed intention of wanting to get married one day, and how so many young women end up having to compromise in so many different ways in order to say I do. So here's what I'm wondering, and this is what I would love to hear from you on, is did you know, if you were married and ultimately divorced, your first marriage, did you know on the day of the wedding that you were potentially making a bad decision? And if so, why did you do it? What things were you ignoring? And I'm going to use myself as an example. So I knew on the day that I got married that I was taking a very big risk that it would work out. There was way, way, way too much evidence that this was probably not a good decision on my part. In fact, the night that I got engaged, and I met my ex-husband when I was 15 years old, and we got married at 25. So I was 25. So he had been in my life since I was 15. He was 3 years older than me. And the night that I got engaged, I was living at home. I had just finished graduate school, and I had moved back to Lubbock, and I had been accepted into a PhD program, and I was either going to go to University of Georgia or University of Kansas, and I hadn't chosen yet. And I was stalling because I felt like that there was a strong possibility he was going to propose to me. And if that was the case, then I just wasn't going to go get a PhD. And he proposed. So the night that he proposed, I came home. He didn't even come into the house with me. He did not come we did not tell my parents together. He did not talk to my parents in advance. And so I walked into the house. I had a ring on my finger. My parents were sitting on the couch. I remember this like it was yesterday. I walked in and I walked up to them and I said, well, I'm engaged. And I showed them my hand, and my mom looked at me. And I'm going to try to say this without crying. My mom said, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want to do? And in that moment, I was so mad. I couldn't believe she would say that to me, the audacity of it all. And I said, yes, I'm sure. And I was like, yes, I'm sure. And she never said another word about it after that. We went and bought wedding dress, planned wedding, the whole thing. She never questioned it again. She asked that one time, and she never asked me again. And here I am all these years later, and my mom is no longer on this earthly plane. But I think all the time I give her so much grace for what that must have felt like to be my mom and my dad, knowing that I was probably not making a great decision. Now, I said in a previous video, I don't regret my decision. I have wonderful children who I adore. And so in the end, life is life, and I don't want to live with regret. But I knew I was compromising. I knew that I was abandoning some of my core beliefs and values in order to be in that marriage. And we do that for a lot of different reasons. I think I was scared to move out of state and do a PhD program. I think I was 25 years old, and all of my closest girlfriends were getting married or already married. I think I was worried about, if I don't do it now, no one else is ever going to come along. I definitely had the sunk cost fallacy where I was like, man, I have put 10 years into this. By God, I'm going to see this through to the bitter end. And sure enough, I did. And so we do all kinds of crazy things for a lot of different reasons when it comes to getting married. And I'd love to hear yours. And maybe, just maybe, if we all tell our stories, there will be enough young women who this pops up on their FYP, they watch it, they read the comment, and maybe, just maybe, we can save one young woman from going into a marriage that isn't going to be good for her.
You need to stop. I think that woman don't know what she's talking about. I think young women don't need to listen to old divorced women. But that's my
Right.
opinion.
I don't either.
Yeah, because what she's doing is she's taking her hurt and her pain and trying to project it onto people. Now, as I'm saying that there's one person that might can learn from her situation, no, but that's not the majority of women need to be putting off marriage. I think that for us to kind of fix what's going on in our community, we need to actually be promoting marriage. So I disagree with her.
Great. I just want to say something to what's her to Sharon. When you say a woman and a man, how to ask God, is he or she the one? Because once you make a request to Satan, once you make a request to have a spouse, Satan also here. See, that's why God said you have to test the spirits, right? You have to ask God for discernment. See, we do stuff, but we gotta ask God to show us. He also tell you have to test the spirits, because how would you know something's good or bad? You have to test the spirits, so you would know if it came from God or came from Satan. But when you're young in your walk, you're going to get confused. That's why you have to mature, right? But that is true. Satan could send you somebody too, right? But as you get older, you ask for more discernment, right? And then you ask God to show you, right? That's testing the spirits. Show you.
Well, I get what you're saying, man. But some people are not that far in their walk
Right,
where they
right.
can
That's what I'm
understand
saying.
God. So this
Right.
is like, because I talk to young people who's thinking about getting married all the time. I tell them to get counseling, go through premarital counseling before, because what happens in premarital counseling, they're gonna walk. First of all, before I got married, we got premarital counseling for somebody who's been married for 30 years and been in walking with Christ for over 30 years, right? So their level of warfare was 10 times more than us at our young age. So I think what this woman should be, instead of putting blanket advice to question if that's the person, she should be giving them steps like, hey, go through premarital counseling. Y'all let somebody ask y'all some real questions. How y'all gonna raise the kids? How y'all gonna manage the finances? How y'all gonna do all of these things? And then y'all make a decision if y'all guys are compatible to do marriage together, instead of just saying, don't do marriage or
Yes.
question marriage. So I just think that with the wisdom that I have with God is that, no, you need to just put steps into place to be able to filter that person out, whether they're a good person or not a good
One thing
person to
I
be
don't
married to.
agree with. That's one thing I fully do not agree with is marriage counseling. I believe that is one of the most idiotic choices you can make if you're not an adult. I
That's
mean,
crazy.
like,
That's a crazy state. Have you ever been to marriage counseling?
well, let me finish. Let me finish this. You said that's what you suggest. I'm gonna tell you this. Any normal, God-fearing, humble human who want to make sure that their partner is secure and they are secure. They'll try to talk out a problem, work out a problem. If
That's
that problem
crazy.
can't be fixed, maybe they should drop the problem. But then again, when you make a commitment, a covenant, you know you're just happy.
I'm sorry, your phone is breaking up. Okay, whatever you said just now, I couldn't hear
Look
it.
at God. Thank God, because what he was talking was straight from the devil. That's why his phone was breaking up. Talking about the
Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah, amen.
like that is crazy
So
that he's
I'm
saying
not
that.
gonna only talk about negative. Let's talk about a successful marriage. Let's talk about
Right.
setting.
I'm saying this because I'm in the woods. I'm driving towards the beach or whatever, right? So
Thank
if y'all
God.
want to say that
Yeah,
or
we
the
can't hear you.
devil,
It's breaking up, honey. It's breaking up. Let's listen to this real quick. Let's listen.
Can't hear it, sis. Okay, now I hear it.
I
Can't hear
was
nothing.
15 and he was 17.
Yeah.
I didn't like him at all.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. I just didn't like him.
I liked her. I didn't have a problem. What changed your mind?
He asked for my telephone number, and I gave him my telephone number. And he began to call me up. And just from our conversation, I began to like him. It was about a year and a half before we got married. When he asked my mother if we could get married, my mother told him no. He was getting ready to go into the service, and he wanted to get married before he went in. We had planned that I was going to run away. He was stationed in Tuskegee, Alabama. I told my sister what I was planning to do, and she told my mom. And my mom said I did not have to run away to get married. If I wanted to get married that bad, she would give us a wedding.
They best friends, y'all.
January the 7th, 1945. We were married in my mother's living room. And we've been together ever since.
The father just has to be there. We have a weakness in America today because of men not being responsible.
I think it's because people don't care about each other the way they should. I believe you have to have love in your heart for people. It's exciting, and it's an opportunity to encourage other couples to know that they can make it. And I always tell everybody, put God first. My husband and I pray together every day.
Hallelujah. Amen.
First of all, love, God, commitment, and communication.
That sounds good.
All right.
We don't, and she been tested by the outside kids, maybe, or if she hasn't, God bless her. You know, either way, there's a formula. And if there was outside kids, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we went through those roadblocks in the beginning, but she explains it. But today, it's a divorce him automatically. The sisterhood says, leave him.
What did you hear that? Where in that video it said that he had outside kids?
Thank you.
It doesn't have to be.
Thank you. I was
Yes,
like,
they said put God first, and you went straight to he was cheating.
I'm putting the spin on it. Say,
I
for
get it.
instance, outside kids, I guarantee you the sisterhood at the time was saying, stick it through. Don't worry about, we all got something going on. But today's sisterhood would be like, oh, hell no. Let's get the packing. Let's leave. No, pack his thing, sis, even if this is his house.
I'll just
That's what's going on. It's backwards out here.
They didn't say that though.
They didn't have to, but that's what's going on
So
today.
you created a whole new story with them in it.
Yeah, that's the point that I'm trying to help you understand. Is they said
The sisterhood
we've
today
been married for
would convince her
74
to
years.
have
Hold on,
left to leave him.
hold on. I want to go with what they said. We've been married for 74 years. What we did is we put God first. We communicated effectively, and we made sure that we loved each other. Where did outside kids come from? That's crazy.
If there was outside kids, that formula, that therapy that they have would have been more supreme than any outside kids. But today, if a woman finds out that her married man has outside kids, it's game over.
So hold on, but I'm saying if a man put God first, how do the outside kids come into play? Because it sounds like he's putting himself first.
Okay, so outside kids can't be part of God?
No, listen, if you put God first, so you said God first,
Yep.
and God, if you put God first, then I gotta go to the Bible. It told me to love my wife as Christ loved the church, right? Like this idea that now I'm gonna go out and start a whole nother family, that is not loving my wife.
But does that make it grounds for divorce?
So you saying that if I am no longer submitted, so cheating in the Bible, technically, if cheating, you can divorce your spouse. That's what the Bible say. If we want to go biblical. It's nothing in the Bible. It's nothing in the Bible that tells people to stay with cheaters. I don't know where people got that from.
So it's game over once the cheating begins.
The Bible says that you can leave for someone's cheating. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why men keep saying The God say, stay with me if I'm cheating. The Bible do not say that. That's how I know most of y'all don't read the Bible.
So today there's a lot of more cheating going on. Therefore, more people out of that trauma being cheated on aren't getting married, and they're teaching their children, and their children are now teaching their children, hold up, just have fun.
No, I think that most people just want to be hoes, men and women. They want to go around and sleep around. It's a whole culture. That's why people not getting married. Ain't got nothing to do with what people we promoted in our
You
music.
really think it's a whole culture? Is that women are just more hoes than they were back in the day? That they're not any more than they were? What do you mean? Do you know in the '60s they had the whole free love movement? You know that in the '60s, during Woodstock, there was free love. That
Yes,
actually it was that now that AIDS came out, that's when free love stopped. But they were getting it in. It was a whole thing going free love, right?
so it was
So
definitely
why are you
shame.
saying like people were not getting it in back then? They were just so wholesome and just like a bunch of more like just over here praying at the altar every day. No, they were getting it in.
I think it was a level of shame. We saw it in the South now from the
What
South.
level of shame? Have you seen the Woodstock's footage of
Hello.
Woodstock? These
Okay,
are called, listen, they are called the baby boomers.
okay,
They're
so
called the baby. That's because they were getting it in. It was not just, they were just over here, just celibate, just Lord and the Lord, Lord, hello. No, they were not. There was a lot of
so
getting it in going on.
so can we agree that the baby boomers was the most married? Or we disagree with that statement?
They might have been the most married, but it don't mean they wasn't having kids across town either.
All right. So what I'm saying is, if a woman came into a church, especially a young woman, came into a church in the South, and she was pregnant and she was not married, either they did something called a shotgun wedding or they sent her to the North. That's what I mean that it was a level of shame in the church. Do you
I
agree with
like
that?
that you spoke on that sending people to the north situation. That is the most common thing that would happen.
Well, shotgun weddings was the most common thing. That's why so many marriages was happening. So if a man was to get a woman pregnant, the families would say, "Hey, you got to marry that woman," and they would do something called a shotgun wedding. That was the most common. And then then what happened with the women? The women, if they did not know who the father was, say if they was promiscuous and they was messing with multiple people and not one person, those are the ones who went to the North because it was no men to hold accountable. That's what was happening.
I mean, it depends on where you live, because if you was in the north, they sent you to the south, right? So it depends. It all depends. They still done it in the north. They sent you to the south. So
But now what we see is people
A lot of men they
get
lost.
pregnant. Hello, now we see people get pregnant and we see that they had these big baby showers with people applauding it. That's just what I'm saying. The difference. I'm not saying that people are more happy with the whole culture. I'm just saying that we deal with the whole culture in different ways from the past and now the present. That's the point that I was
Okay,
making.
so I'm gonna play this video right here. This is a grandma. I think that she might have passed on, but let's listen to what she got to say. Because I think that we have like this rose-colored ideal of marriage that was going on. That it was just like it went like. Let's talk about what she's saying. She would be considered like a baby boomer. Let's go. Okay, I can't. Well, why can't I click it?
The rules and things. Somebody was talking about how marriage, with marriage, divorce was a sin. How do you view that? You think divorce is a sin, Granny?
My grandmama said Clay was mean to me. She had one arm and one leg was short. She walked pretty. And she was that way since she's 13-year-old. She married him. She said he was so mean to me. He come home to me, leave and come back home and be mean to me, and I hadn't do nothing. She said, I decided when I was a little girl, and I like to dad one time to see angels from my bed. She said, I had such a hard life. I wish I had a dad. And went on to heaven. But she said, I made sure I'm not going to sin. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to cut. She said, because when I die, I want to go to heaven. And she said, I'm not going to get no divorce. She said, because I said, death do you both apart. Until death do you.
Apart.
Yes.
All right, so people back in those times when they believed that they would go to hell if they divorced.
Yeah, but that's a lie. The Bible clearly says that it doesn't say that you
Or the
have
lie
to.
that she's saying, or the lie that you would go to hell.
It's a
Are you
lie
saying
that
that
you
she's lying, or are you saying that what the
they
Bible?
was taught. No, what they was taught is a lie. It said that if you divorce, you will go to hell. Because they taught that, but that's not what the Bible said. The Bible said these are the grounds for divorce. Just because cheating happened, let me make this clear. That doesn't mean that you should leave your husband. That just says you have grounds to leave your husband or wife, vice versa. So I'm not saying that just because it happened, that automatically means you should do it. That's not what I'm saying. It just gives you grounds to do it. And if the Bible says, hey, that now you have the grounds to do it, that means that they're not going to quote unquote now say that you're going to hell. First of all, if you believe in Jesus, you can ask for
No,
forgiveness
that
of any
hoe.
sin. You can ask forgiveness for any sins and go to heaven, right? Except one. And that is the only sin that you can't be forgiven is like if you saying that you don't believe after you took these steps to prove that you believe, right? Speaking against blasphemy, right?
Right.
But no, if a person divorced, they can ask God for the forgiveness of the sin that they done, and they still go to heaven. That's what I'm saying. It was a manipulation that a lot of pastors was doing to
So
keep
let's
their
not
cheating
pretend that
wives
this
together.
did not exist, though. It existed, correct?
Let me
Go
just say,
ahead.
Lots of outside
if you
kids.
go, I'm just talking to the chat right now. If you go biblically, it had to be some rules and regulations on divorce. Because you remember when Abraham, he was giving out divorces for if the girl looked at him wrong, you could divorce her. Right? If he liked the woman food, he could divorce her. So it was a lot of divorce that was going on. If y'all remember that section, I believe that's Numbers, right? But they was getting divorced for the slightest thing. So that's when God had to step in and put some provisions on that. So that's why it's provisions on divorce, because too many people was Abraham was just signing them certificates like it wasn't nothing. Like it was like toilet paper constantly being used. So a lot of women were being left single, and then a lot of men was going about his business. So that's where that come from, right? There had to be some guidelines there.
And if you understand the spiritual aspect about adultery, it breaks the spiritual covenant that you have between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So people say, oh, you broke the spiritual covenant when you got divorced. No, you broke the spiritual covenant when you slept with somebody.
Where's the spiritual wedding vows in the Bible?
Where is the spiritual wedding vows?
Yeah, where are the wedding vows in the Bible?
It is vows. When we got married, it's certain scriptures that deals with marriage.
But which ones?
When it says, okay, let me give you an example that says a man should leave his mother and father and become one with his wife. Those are marital vows, by the way. It's telling you how your marriage works.
However, today, people who are married through the Christian church, they're following the vows of a man from the 1500s who was burnt at the stake. His name was Thomas Cranmer.
I got
And
married in a Christian church, and they read from the Bible itself. I get what you're saying, like the traditional.
right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the idea that if you don't think God created marriage, that's why when people try to do it without God, it doesn't make sense.
However, when Abraham had babies by Hagar and Keturah, and then also as well as Sarah, what do you make of that, of someone like this today,
Well,
when
Sarah,
he has more than one wife to make
yeah, but
babies with?
what did he do to Hagar though? What happened with Hagar?
Say that again.
What happened with Hagar? What happened?
With Abraham?
Yeah.
He had babies by at least 3 different women.
What happened though?
Blessings upon blessings.
No, that's not what happened. What did his wife make her leave or not? And the child.
Yeah, that was Hagar. Yeah. Then
What happened, right?
he had child by this woman named Keturah.
Yeah, but it was not ordained by God. He told Sarah, you will be blessed with a son. They couldn't wait.
Only son. Only son. God didn't even acknowledge the other kids.
Exactly. He couldn't wait for God. So then he went with the maiden, right? To help. And it wasn't approved nor ordained by God. That caused nothing but trouble.
I just want to give a shout out to everybody. This and turn into Bible study, and
Hallelujah.
Shout hallelujah to the
Hallelujah. Amen. Jesus
Amen.
Christ. God bless America.
Let's go real quick. I want to play this real quick about how marriages work. So let's go.
You will not let her get dressed and go by herself. You will always get dressed, or you'll say, well, honey, I don't think we need to go nowhere tonight.
Okay.
Facts.
Okay?
Okay. I think that's gonna be a hard one to swing. Some of these women, I need to have my free time.
Nah.
Ain't no damn free time.
Tell him, Grandma. Tell him.
What free time? When you get
No
up,
girls
you don't
trips.
have no free time.
It's our time.
All
the time.
All the time. Free
Talk
time is
about
when
it.
you go to bed.
Right.
And go to sleep.
Okay. That one might be a hard one for me to swing.
Either go to work.
Because I done had a wild one that like to do her own thing a lot of times too.
That's why she your
I
ex.
know that. But you be the man.
Okay.
Don't never let a woman leave you at home while she's somewhere giving or having fun.
I got you.
Okay?
I got you.
When y'all at home, you will not let her get dressed and go by herself. You will.
That grandma teaching, bro.
How many relationships are like this where you just let the woman just go and do and whatever?
I think a
I know
lot.
these young girls today, they hear that, they saying grandma talking slavery.
Well, it's okay. Let them go to slavery. That's the point. It's rules. It's especially after a certain time. I be seeing dudes. You say it's 2:00 in the morning. Your wife out there by herself. That is crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy that people just I thought these men supposed to be the protectors. How you gonna protect your woman and she out there in these streets at 1:30 in the morning and you at home?
So many red flags.
That's crazy. Nah, we believe in that. Me and my wife know. If my wife going somewhere, I'm going with her. Y'all dudes be sending their wives on girls trip. Nah, my husband coming. Now y'all can go out. Y'all want to go out and sit by the beach and all that, and I can go, do some work in my business in the room or give y'all space from a distance. But nah, that's crazy. Grandma 100% right. Don't let your wife.
Let's go some more. Let's go.
When I was married, but not by choice.
Right.
Not by choice, by circumstance.
Right.
I ended up just taking care of everything.
I know.
And fortunately, I was blessed enough to keep, getting promoted and going up the ranks where I always had the money to do so. It became a stressor for me.
Yeah.
And because I was always worried about what happened if I lost my job.
You always had to try to do this.
Right.
You didn't have no help. But if you had that help,
right,
it would have been better.
Right.
It would have been better.
My view on it, I'm like, people, it's not just, you gonna make a certain amount of money. I was like, I don't want to have to stress about paying every bill.
No.
I want to know that if something in this world that something could happen. I could get hurt on the job, whatever the case may be.
You should have.
I want a partner who can have my back.
Right,
We're stable.
Because you never know.
Right.
You never know. So there your partner got a job. She bringing in the money. So when you can't bring in no money, that money help carry on the business.
The bills in the family. Yeah.
In the family. And feeding everybody.
Right.
So here's the thing. This is where I say that Black relationships are different than the other cultures, is that we understand that we have to contribute. We know that, hey, if you fall short, I'm gonna jump in. Now, I wouldn't even say it's only Black. I think also Hispanic.
Every race is that way.
Is it? Because I think
yes, I'll tell y'all, YouTube mess people up. White people, you think that these white men got these women that's working in corporate America? This is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to pay the bills, and I'm supposed to take my wife's income, and we're supposed to invest it. So if anything ever happened to me, our investment can pay for our bills. So your money supposed to be going towards the bill, and her money's supposed to be buying stocks, buying real estate, buying all these different things. That if
Right.
something was to happen to me, she wouldn't have to go back to work, especially if we got kids. But we have a portfolio that can give us dividends. They can that we can collect rent. So you're supposed to invest your wife money while you live off your money. But what we live in a culture now that people feel like she can spend all her money, and then when some go to fan, there's no money there for us. So that's how I believe it's supposed to be. Is yes, you're supposed to be able to provide for your family, but things do happen. And if say you work for 15 years, you took her salary 50, 40, whatever thousand, you invested in the stock market and you grew that should be able to sustain you until you get back on your feet.
So
Uda,
can I add
welcome
on
to,
for a
hold on,
second?
Uda, welcome to the panel because you've been here very patient. Welcome to the panel. Did you have something that you wanted to say about the subject? You there? Hello, Uda?
I'm here. I'm gonna chime in though. Y'all can get it.
I'd like to add on for a second. All right. So what's going on today with marriage is where you have these loopholes that have been developed and to allow pathways for, say, for instance, a man like Offset. He got married in 2017. All right. After 2018, 2017. He's got divorced in 2020, right? After having a 1 child, 2 child, 3 child by this woman that named Cardi B. The 3rd child might not be his child, but she's pregnant with him. Yet they're divorced and he's paying child support still.
She paid him child support. What are you talking
No,
about?
he's paying her child support.
Offset
He's
is literally in.
alimony. He's about to get bread from her. He's about to.
She's gonna pay him child support. What are you talking about? She make more money than him.
70-30 split.
Bro, he's paying child support for those kids that he already has,
You
and
just
that
made the story.
newborn,
You good at making
he's
stories up.
feeding her newborn with child support money. That new dude, Stefan, is not paying her nothing.
70-30
He's not paying her
split
nothing.
of the money that they made since they've been married. I think he got a 70-30% split. He got the most of the money that they've incurred since their marriage, bro.
Yeah,
This stuff gotta stop. President Trump needs to stop this stuff.
It's just crazy, and that's what I'm saying. It's like she clearly out earned him, so she's considered the breadwinner. That's why she was complaining about him taking her money.
That was the whole beef.
That's the whole beef. Yeah,
he ended up getting. I think he got a 70-30% split, bro.
and that's why she went to go sleep with that dude. And cousin, she was mad that she lost her money. That's what happened. She said, "Okay, you gonna take my money? I'm gonna go sleep with somebody that I know you cool with."
Evil shit.
Any
Excuse
more
me.
stories you would like to make up?
But the whole point that I'm trying to help people understand is you guys supposed to work as a team. Like a woman that's married to a man don't supposed to go out and just spend her money on purses and girls trip. That's not how it works. She's supposed to be able to go out and make the money if she's working. They're supposed to invest her money for hard times, and they supposed to be able to live off of his income. That's how a power couple, quote unquote, works.
Wow.
So like that's the conversation I had when I met my wife. I was staying in a triplex, and she was working in the medical field. She was like, "Let's move because we can afford somewhere nice." No, we're gonna stay where I can afford. And let's take your money and invest it. So when we buy a house, we can have our down payment. We can have money that we can start investing, so we don't have to work for the rest of our life. Like the goal should be both to retire at some point in time. I shouldn't work to the day that I'm dying.
I was on another panel, and Uda was on there too. And I asked a bunch of men, I said, listen, if a woman has a mansion or a really good house, right, and you're living in an apartment before you guys get married, how many of the men would move into the house with her? And how many of them would say, no, I'm going to stay here, and then you could sell your house and we'll get a house together? But, or would that be, so I'm going to ask the same question to the men here. How many of the men here would, if the woman had a nice house, nicer than where you were living at the moment, would you move into the house with her?
All right. And to answer that question, it depends. If my wife have a house that's paid off and I know that I can manage that house within my finances, I would move in because I don't have an ego or pride. But if it was a situation where I pulled her finances because I asked my wife to give me her credit, I looked at her finances. If I seen that she was upside down in this house, if I seen that she couldn't afford this house, she's leaving that house because it made financial sense. So it's not just a I'm like cookie fits all. Like if the house paid off, nah, we moving in. I'm moving into that house. Like who? Why would I keep paying rent somewhere when I can live in the house that's paid off and we just got to pay the taxes? So I would move in. It's not a pride thing, but it comes down to if we can't afford it, because that's what I went to school for, finances. If I can't afford them, say, hey, look at this is our budget, this is what we have, this is what we're gonna be in the next 5 years. I'm glad you bought this house, but we can't afford this house. We need to list this house and find something that's more affordable. But if it's like it's paid off, she got it for her mama, or she got inherit that house, nah, bro, we moving in that house. Why would I go out there and create bills because of my pride? There's too many prideful niggas out here. That's the problem.
That's what I was saying, E, earlier. That's what I said. You know what I mean? It makes total sense, bro. But some people said they wouldn't. And I can understand if you said that you wouldn't. But Genesis' question earlier, she also said that you're planning to get married to the person. So it's like, okay, you planning to get married with the person too. So it's like, what's the ego there when you're planning to get married to the person? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I would also say how the woman is in regards to integrity and all that stuff. If the man moves into her house and then now she started to really feel like she's in control, and whatever the man does that she doesn't like, she's threatening him to kick him out. I mean, that's a problem, and it's also
That's sad that men are the first thing they're thinking is they're going to get kicked out. So you go into the relationship thinking you're going to get kicked out.
No, this is not the man thinking that he's going to get kicked out. Because
that's why I say no, man. Just no.
I'm not done.
But so it depends.
I'm not done finishing my point.
Oh, I thought you was finished. Go ahead, brother.
So to answer your question, in France we don't do this. We don't kick people out. We just don't do it.
What they do it at there?
Huh?
What do they do it at?
Well, we don't put people in a position of being homeless. We just don't
where do they do that at? If it doesn't happen,
I just said
okay.
France.
I said where do they do it at? Because they don't do that in America either.
What?
They don't. You don't see married. You don't see.
Let's be clear. They don't do what?
You don't see wives kicking their husband out of houses because she don't want him to stay there.
You wilding, son. They kicking men out the houses.
Why they getting kicked out the house?
I was trying to be clear.
So let me give some context to. Hold on. Let me give some context to why I asked that question, because I think this is the video I saw. Let's go into it because it's talking about FBA, right? And it said, so watch this. So listen to this, guys. All right. So can you hear it? All right, it's loud.
We gotta stop watching movies
out here, man. Like, what is this bullshit I keep seeing around about men moving into another lady's house? Like, for example, they're in a relationship and shit like that. You see men living wherever they stay at and moved into the lady's house, but before you know, after some few months, they have issues, and the dude get kicked out. Now all his stuff is in a nylon bag and all that shit. That shit is weird. Until I got to United States of America, I have never seen a man moved into another lady's house. I have never and ever seen a man moved into a lady's house. It's always a lady that moves into a man's house. But guess what? Is this what they do here in America? FBAs, is this what y'all doing? You're moving into a lady's house? That's not a black thing, man. That's some fucking white shit.
Well, they also buy their
to
wives.
move into a lady's house, that's some white shit.
They don't work out
That's
there.
not a black thing, man. and I see most of these motherfuckers coming online calling themselves FBAs. They all moving to a lady's house and getting kicked out. Guess what, man? Before you come online claiming to be FBA, foundational black bullshit, or whatever
This
y'all
tether,
call
this
it.
tether half right though.
He's wrong. Hold on. And this the problem is
Yeah.
that he's so wrong. He wanted to compare in Africa what their husband and wives doing with boyfriends and girlfriends in America. Like it is crazy. Listen, I'm telling you right now, husbands are not getting kicked out of their wife's house. Now you might have been a boyfriend, you might have been a thing on the side. Like it's not a thing.
My Lord, it's your house. Not
It's
the
it's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you was this woman's husband, now let me say this: if it was violence and y'all was beating on each other, the police would ask one of y'all to leave. That's something totally different. But I'm telling y'all, this idea that you think like he just literally compared boyfriends and girlfriends in America to husbands and wives in Africa. Yeah, we gotta stop it. Like it's not even apples and
Well,
apples.
that's actually that. Well, so why is it that it's more husband and wife versus boyfriend and girlfriend? Are more Africans becoming husband and wife?
Right.
Like
No,
why would that be the thing that he would compare it to? Because maybe I mean, is there a thing? Do they become husband and wife quicker, and then that's why it's looked at like this?
Yes, they
But
do.
no, cause so in Africa they gotta go pay a
wait,
dime.
he
And
said,
most
hold on now, this guy which
Frenchman.
Frenchman says as a you're African, right? Where are you
No, no,
from?
I'm
France.
Caribbean. I'm Caribbean, but I lived
Caribbean.
in
Okay.
France. Let me tell you. The context is I lived in France. So I was born and raised in France, and I was also surrounded by a lot of Africans from many
So
countries
you
of the
French.
continent. Yes. But I'm black. I'm black,
You be
you
black
know.
French.
Yeah, I'm from the Caribbeans, right?
But
West
you born
Indies.
in France.
But I was born in France.
So you know France culture, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so okay.
So that way I can give you different contexts from different countries. So that way we can have a broader dynamic of relationship and compare compare them. So that way we can have a better understanding of what's going on in America to know, what we can improve or maybe change for the better.
nah, I'm good.
yeah, because I'm looking at Africa right now. Their marriage rate is 33%. Why we
Yeah,
keep
he just
acting like
capping,
they
bro.
married? Why we keep acting like they're getting married in Africa? Because
Because
they're
it's like
not.
bro, it's like a romantic hood novel. Certain people just love that shit. They won't give it up. They be grandparents and everything.
How
They won't.
did he
They won't
say
give up those hood novels.
he's from France? That he said he's from France. He didn't say he was from Africa. He said he's from France. And you're still talking about African. Welcome to the
I
panel.
was,
Because you
I
brought
was
up an
talking about the
African
video.
video.
Yeah, it was the
Hold
video.
on. Real quick. Welcome to the panel, Fundi. Thank you for coming. What did you want to say? I know that you are in a polygamous relationship, and you also probably can like give a good because we've been in the echo chamber of men. I'm so happy to find one woman that would be brave enough to come up and really have this conversation. What's your thoughts?
Oh, this is funny. The legendary.
Really, bro? Really,
Yep, the
bro? I ain't
legendary.
even said nothing.
Go ahead. I just muted her. Go ahead, Fundi.
Wow. But this is the disrespect.
Facts.
And it starts from the beginning. I didn't even say anything. He doesn't
Facts.
even know why I was laughing.
Mhm.
And this is why I stay out of these This is why real polygamists, the ones who are actually on the ground, living it, and not for 1 year, 2 years. I'm a 30-year polygamist. And we have 3 homes across the globe, not just here in America. My children just weren't educated here in America. I can tell you how it works, but you don't want that. You want to denigrate me before I even get started. So you can have your hypothesis and you can keep failing at it. You can keep messing women and children up because she's laughing. Bro, really? We at the last stage of this. And you don't want to listen to wisdom?
Ashe.
That's you smelling yourself like you got some new idea under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun except your experience. And you haven't had it yet, sir. And with that attitude, you will never be successful in polygamy because you will drive every woman that wants to do it with you away from you, because sooner or later you are going to criticize her, ridicule her for the choice that she made to be with you. And she gonna cut out and take everything she brought with her, especially if you living in her house. She gets to take it with her like you would take it with you.
Cooley, can you tell us about polygamy in America? Because if you, as a person that lives in, because I think that what people are under the ideation is that only like people that are like Utah, and then I've heard people talking about polygamy in America, and it sounds like pimping. I want to hear from a true person that's practicing real polygamy and how that works in America.
I can only tell you how my relationship and the relationships that we were taught to have work. In our 20s, we were taught to marry early in our 20s. But in your 20s, and we said marry, not become the boyfriend of, not become a glorified husband of, but actually get freaking married. Make a commitment, nigga. Both of you. Then this is where it gets itchy, because everybody should have a say in the relationship. Nobody should be outside of the decision of someone else coming into the relationship. Brother, you can't sneak another woman in and be like, y'all gonna be friends. You can't force that relationship. Relationships must be natural discourse between two individuals. Now, let me be clear, because a lot of brothers and sisters hear polygamy and they hear swinging, they hear wild sex parties. And I'm here to tell you, I have never, ever seen one of my co-wives naked. I have never seen her without clothes. We don't work like that. That's a sex party. And that's what gets you caught up. Sex. Y'all don't know how to handle it. You're still on an elementary school level about what sex is about. But again, that comes with your ego and a uneducated sex drive, because menial sex is just as destructive to the man as it is to the woman. But when you go around and you have 40 sex partners, no, sex really doesn't mean anything to you anymore. You're numb to it. So you'll have sex with anything and everything. There are no rules. But in polygamy, there are hard rules if you want to be successful.
Facts.
Everybody must have a say at the table, or it becomes a power dynamic that won't work. My husband has never said he gets the last word. He gets the executive decision. But the executive decision for us isn't as simple as it is for regular people. Everybody is considered in our relationship. We don't want a win-lose situation for nobody. We want win-wins for everybody.
Right.
I'm in Texas. There's a sister in Georgia. We got another sister in Jamaica. All of us have raised our children, and we raised our children together around this one man that took care of all of us. But as adults, we also understood that we were all in different states and different countries. All of the schooling of our children were done in the best places possible. And we were able to move money and people around to these places so that our children came out successful. So each woman had what she needed to take care of what we call our brood. All of our children know one another. They're all sisters and brothers. Do they understand they have different mothers? Yes. Do they understand they have a father? Yes. Do some of them have a little problem with it? Sure. But shoot, children who don't live in this world have a problem with the relationship with their mother and father. It's a part of growing up. But they can't say they weren't set up for success. And that's all we wanted, to set our children up for success. And that led to our success. We getting ready to put our whole family in a trust. Nobody's excluded. Everybody's equal. All the children have equal rights. And that takes cooperation. You have to learn to give and take a little bit. If I can get you what you want and I can still get what I want, that's a win-win all the way around. And we become a family. I don't have a problem between me and the Jamaicans on the island. We got property there. My children hold dual citizenship. The sister that's in Georgia, if I want to go take a vacation and go to her house, I can. If she want to come here, she can. But we all have our relationships together and individually. And what I've come to find is that most men in polygamy want to have a barren relationship with each woman, and each woman only having a relationship with him, so he can play those women against one another to get what he wants. Every time, without fail, without question, and it leaves people wanting. It leaves people in disgrace. It leaves children untaken care of. And when that sister walks out of that relationship, she is going to feel like polygamy failed her. It didn't, sister. Your man failed you. There's a difference.
Facts.
I have a question. So in your polygamous relationship, is there a first wife, a second wife, a third wife, or is it just wives?
We're just wives that came in at different times. I'm the first wife. But here is where the first wife can make and break everything. I'm the first wife to the point that I understand that my husband came into my life and made me who I am. He gave me my wings. I did not love myself. And when he came in and he showed me how to love me, and I was able to accomplish the things that I accomplished with him at my back, I wanted all women to feel like I felt when he loved me, because I'm an African American woman and I know what it feels like not to be loved. And to have a man love me more than I loved myself and prove to me that I was the best, not the worst. Even in my worst state, I was the best. I'll follow that man to hell and back. I'll put God in a chokehold.
A lot of men don't even realize how much, if you do the right thing for a woman, how valuable that could be, how they could bring that life into a woman. that you can men can bring life into a woman. I mean, just by even the right words and all this other stuff. And
We know that.
well,
How far are we away from? There's a question.
if you know that, why do you speak so much vitriol?
Vile
Why
and
do you speak
vitriol to the black
my
women.
thing is that, like, so if you know that, why is it your choice to speak like a jerk? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he does not want to. He's telling you he does not want to lift the black woman. There's no question to that. If he knows that's what happens and he does the exact opposite,
Mm-hmm.
it is a willful thing to keep your foot on God. And I'm not saying black woman is the only God. I'm saying black woman is a component of God. And if the other half has his foot on the other half of God, neither one of us can rise. You want us in the same place. And this is why I said no to men like you.
And then if you actually remove the aspect of so-called cheating, right? And you say that, listen, I have a child here, a child here, a child here. We're all going to come together and we're going to make it work. That seems to me way better than just it be a thing where everybody's separate. This woman is over here trying to find another person, whatever, and hopefully that person doesn't abuse her and your children. I mean, what do you think about this? Is that, like, as you can see, he has a child in Jamaica, he has a child he has children in all these different places. It seems better to come together as a family versus everybody be separated, and now it's a danger because, like, the children could be displaced, and then you guys are all, like, even as women being able to be like adults and say, you know what, we can, like, all come together, we can put our money in for the kids, make sure the children, when they get older, they have something, versus like, oh well, whoever the favorite is of all the women that he probably the three he might be with, the main ones, that all the children, one group gets everything, and then these are the children are, like, just left out there to dry. Because that's what happens when a man passes away, the children have to sort out what's going to happen.
That's where proper leadership is needed from the beginning. If man says he's the head, he's the provider, he's the protector, then he has to have the plan. And a general does not blame the private for the loss of the war. The general takes that hit all by himself. You go down with the ship, bruh. You don't get to jump ship. But you also notice a lot of brothers like to jump ship after they done screamed and hollered, I'm the leader. I'm the leader. And he will let everybody on that boat sink for his own ego. But then again, let me put this on women too, because there are women that will put a hole in the boat for the sake of jealousy and her own ego and her own children, and destroy the boat and everybody else in it too. So it goes both ways, not just one way. It's not just him, it's everybody involved. Because anybody can topple that balance, because it's a delicate balance.
Kimmy West asks, how does this work for women with husbands in polygamy? What? There's a woman in the comments section named Kimmy West asking, how does polygamy work for women with husbands?
Okay. I'm what's known as a true polygamist. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You're not going to tell me you get to have a couple of lovers and I don't. But how it works is the exact same way. Now, here is the stigma, because everybody is going to be like, ew, she's got 2 sexual partners. Oh my God. What's different than regular damn life? If you weren't married, you probably having 2, 3 of them. But this way you got a stable 2 and everybody has a problem. But he got 3 wives and ain't nobody got a problem with that. But then everybody's going to say, but the woman's different. No, we're not. No, we're not. The same hit that you take as a man for relations is the same hit women take with their relations. It's the exact same hit. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you can have multiple women, I reserve the right to have multiple men. And oh, that's nasty. Yeah, you can keep that bullshit to yourself, because that's just hypocrisy at that point.
I want to say that I don't really agree with that because of the biology behind it.
Oh God. Okay, biology, go ahead. As long as I can rebut this biology when we're done. Go ahead.
What I'm not I'm not trying to attack nobody here.
I didn't say I was attacking you. I said rebut.
No, what
I have
I'm
a
saying
degree
is,
Go
in
ahead
biology.
and explain the biology aspect that you want to explain, and she's going to
it's
go
because
rebut it. Go ahead.
It's because the man modifies the woman's DNA when
what? Okay.
he has sex with a woman, and it's literally
How does he
changing
modify her DNA? How?
with the sperm gets into the woman, it stays in her.
It doesn't spread in her, sir. It stays as one unit. The only time it spreads is when it's cracked open by the egg and the head gets in and not the tail. That's the only time that genetic modification of a woman physically takes place in her body due to sperm.
Yes.
And
I know
that's
that. So
factual.
yeah, this is factual. That means that the man modifies the DNA of the woman. So
No,
if the
you
woman
modify the DNA of the egg, not the woman. The egg is independent of the woman, which is why we can give whole birth.
the DNA of the man is being found in the eyes, the brain, and different organs that needs to repair after birth.
No, that is the DNA of the child. Those are the stem cells of the child, which
That
have
comes from the
half
man.
of it, which has half of the man's chromosomes, but it is from the child and the child's stem cells, not from the man directly. We're getting it out of the genetic tissue of the child, not from the man. Because remember, the child also has half of your DNA. It's coming from the stem cells from the baby. You misread that report. Or it was misinterpreted,
hold on.
because I
So
read the exact same
by
thing, and
logic,
that's not what it said.
first of all, you cut me off when I was giving my explanation. That's one. The second thing, to be logic, the DNA man that comes from his sperm doesn't disappear. It goes somewhere. It creates the baby. It creates the placenta.
No, it does not
So
create the
it's
placenta.
okay.
It does
Okay.
not create the placenta,
I mean,
sir. The
okay. You can.
placenta is created. The placenta is created by the layer of the vagina that has always been in that woman since she has been menstruating. That does not come from a man. It will happen every month, whether she has sex with a man or not. As a matter of fact, we know this is to be true because a girl has a period usually before she has had sex with a man, hopefully. But in America, we understand that most girls, 3 out of 4 of them, are sexually violated before they even get a period.
What does this have to do with anything?
That's what I'm asking you.
What girls being violated has to do with the DNA of the man?
Because
being in
then
the woman.
if he ejaculated in her, sir, since we're going by logic, if he ejaculated in her, sir, then yes, his DNA might be present. Because you said scientific,
And he stays.
and I'm going scientific, and you act like I'm the crazy one.
No,
I'm
I never
telling
said.
you where
Hold
I'm
on,
telling
hold
you
on,
where the
hold
origin.
on, hold on.
I'm
I never
telling you
said no.
where the
Let me
origin of
clarify.
that deep. I'm telling you
That's
where the
crazy.
origin of that DNA is
But
coming
why you
from,
talk over me
because
though?
you're under a because you're under a misconception of
But
what
let
is
me finish my
happening.
point. I have the right to talk, right?
Do you?
Yeah. So why you cut me off and then you talk over me? That's disrespectful.
Because
I don't know you. You don't
I
know me.
told you I was going to refute your point.
Well,
And
but
before you get
wait
any
until I'm done.
further into your point, I
Why you
did
don't
not
wait
cut you
until I'm
off.
done?
You stopped talking. But again, we're going to digress because you're losing this argument. So you
But I
want
don't.
to argue instead
That
of
is.
keeping to the point, bruh. Keep to the
Look,
point.
look,
You're
hold on,
losing.
hold on.
Also, in addition, to
No,
help
hold
you
on. Let me
both out
finish.
right
No,
now,
hold on. I came here to share my perspective.
And
To
I
add something.
shared
No, hold on. Let
mine.
me finish. Let me finish.
I don't
This whole.
care, sir.
Oh my
We don't
goodness.
care about your personal shit. We're trying to get through this about polygamy, and now you're talking about sperm. We're off the point.
No,
You're
you said something.
drifting.
You said something. You
I
said
need you
something
to
about.
focus. Can you focus?
Hey, look. Hey, you know what?
You're
I'm focused.
emotional.
No, hold on.
Sir, you're emotional.
No. You become
You're
disrespectful. No,
emotional.
hold on.
Sir, you're
You
emotional because you're losing.
no. You
You're
dismissive and
losing.
no, hold
Go
on.
ahead and answer about
No,
that
hold on.
DNA.
You said the
Answer
same thing.
about the
And oh,
DNA.
hold on.
Before you go to another
When I'm
subject,
expressing
before
myself,
you jump subject, you're about to jump subjects. You're
hold on.
about to jump subjects.
No, I'm not.
No,
I'm
stay on
addressing.
topic.
No. You can't say what I'm gonna do.
DJ Genesis, weren't we talking about polygamy?
So
How
hold
did
on.
we get here?
That's why. The reason why. No, the reason why I came here.
DJ, I came
You
up here to
see.
talk about polygamy. I did not come up here to talk about sperm.
I'm gonna get you guys back on track with this question. Ready?
Okay,
No.
Or no?
All right,
Okay.
Here we go. Is it true that a girl who is 9, 8, before age 12, if she's around her father, she will probably have her menstruation later in life, like 13, 14, 15?
No, it's not true.
Based on what based on what science? What would make her do that? Is it like what would that be? What would the science be behind that? What would make her do that?
There's studies that suggest that girls who are among their father have their period much maturely, like not early, not premature, not at age 10, not at age 9, not at age 11. But okay. Now that was a reset question. Continue. Get back to where you were at. Polygamy.
So
Polygamy, thank you.
it's
Polygamy, thank you.
the thing for me to break it down, it's like in the polygamy, right? That's the question. It was said normally is a man with multiple wives, right? And then somebody said that a woman can have the same. She can have multiple men. But the real the thing that I said that men and women are different is because when you have multiple wives as a man, that this is your child. But if a woman has multiple men, we don't know who's the child is.
Yes, you will.
That's also
Yes, you will. You will know who that child's father is. That's bullshit.
Bullshit. We're trying to do
That's
like
such a
mommy's
overthrown
baby, daddy's
perspective.
baby argument. Mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. Come on now. Are we really gonna do that?
Some people know by experience, bro.
In the day of DNA testing, that is a ridiculous argument at this point.
But there was polygamy. It's not from this area. It has been done before years. It's been from years ago.
You right.
You
But
talking about right
I'm gonna
now?
say this
Hold on.
again.
You
In the
talking about
days
right
of,
now?
do we not have DNA testing, y'all?
Or unless
Don't we have DNA testing?
unless you pick on me because of my accent, and you think
Don't we have DNA testing, ladies and gentlemen?
but I'm talking about
Do we
when
not?
it
It's
started.
a yes or no
The reason why
answer.
polygamy exists is for that reason. It's not because of DNA
Don't we
test
have?
because
But don't they
it
have
didn't
DNA?
exist
Can I
before.
answer the question? Don't they have DNA testing, right?
It didn't exist before.
But
Polygamy
it
is not
exists
from now.
today.
But we're in
It's from
2025. We can go to before.
it has been years. I don't know if it's like hundreds of years. It was no DNA test yet.
So
And
why
now
are
you're
we
trying to bring it
arguing
today
something
and
from
trying to make it
100
like
years ago?
you're trying to make it like
Focus.
polygyny.
Guys,
Is a DNA test.
I just got a question. Guys. What's the point of this whole topic? Like, what's the main question?
Exactly.
Is to understand what polygamy is and how it's supposed to be done.
The question
But
is,
as soon
is
as
the way to
I'm
go?
saying
Should
something,
we? Hold on, stop. Let me clarify for the new panelists. Is polygamy the way to go? Should we be practicing polygamy
Now,
today?
let me jump in. Hold on, guys. I just got the question. I got a question for the person who just spoke to me. The question is, should we practice polygamy? Is it the way to go? Are we talking about in terms of for black folks? Are we talking in terms of for everybody?
Well, this is mostly black people here, so I'm just
Okay,
focusing on my.
so then we rephrase the question. Is polygamy the way to go for black folks to solve the
No.
apparent crisis in relationships in Black America? Would be the question.
Oh God.
My answer to that question would be that the supposition to the question itself is wrong, because the thing that's causing problems in Black marriages is not something that can be solved with polygamy. It's not something that's caused by a man having multiple wives or a woman having multiple men, either polygamy or polyandry. There are two things there that the root cause of Black people's relationships in America. Number one, lack of wealth. The second thing is
legacy.
inability. No, hold on. The first thing is lack of wealth. The second thing is the fact that Black folks are not in community with each other. That is necessary to see the situation for what it is and be together in order to facilitate the political movements to change the situation. And that goes just beyond the relationship for men and women. So it's a two-faced problem. It's a lack of wealth, and it's the second part of the issue is most Black folks abandon Blackness. They're chasing something else, both the men and the women.
What you just said is the very reason that Fundi said that polygamy should be the option. Because why? Because all of the women that have children by her husband and that are all considered wives now, they all pool their money together. Now they have property. They have. It's not just me and the wife that I favor has property, and then you guys are baby mamas. No, we're all a family. You're a wife. You're a wife. All of my kids are together. We raise the children together. My assets are all spread throughout the family. So the very thing that you're using as a reason why polygamy would not be a viable option is the very thing that Fundi says is the reason why it is a viable option.
So let me just jump in. I think what's happening here is people are suggesting polygamy as a way to fix a resource deficit. Now, one thing you have to understand the situation in Black relationships, which is the lack of Black marriages. There are two sides to it. The first, well, actually, three sides. But the first
is Black marriage.
no, hold on. The problem is there aren't Black families in America. There's just a bunch of people living together, and the issue is most Black women have kids on their own. And then there's another problem of a lot of unmarried Black men.
Would polygamy help that? Because if if a man, say in the situation, I'm a single mother, right?
Okay.
And the guy, because of like what the ideal of monogamy, versus polygamy.
Okay.
You are cheating on me or whatever. If we remove that aspect and say, okay, well, this is just another addition. Like for instance, in my household, I
Okay.
have a daughter and her father has a son and everything. If we were to
Okay.
say we are a polygamous family, and
Okay.
I'm a wife and she's a wife, and we come
Okay.
together, wouldn't that be more viable as an option versus I'm the baby mama, I this person is the girlfriend, even though whatever, and so therefore it's like oh okay, well you get like the second dibs,
Okay.
she gets favorites.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me get it. Let me get it. So I think the thing that people are missing here is a lot of us think that our relationships as Black folks don't work because of what I call swinger attributes, right? Maybe I'm with a person as a guy, I want to mess with a bunch of other women, or maybe it could be from the female side. It could be okay, a couple, a man and woman, but the woman has boyfriends, but they're still married. The problem that Black folks are having in America is this: Black folks are having a problem of wealth. Black people are having a problem of wealth, and they're not seeing the lack of wealth and the lack of resources as the core crux of their problem in their relationships. So what
But isn't
happens
that
is,
what the whole
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me finish.
Hold
So
on,
what
isn't
happens?
what polygamy was birthed out of is like during war, people died, people came
No,
in.
no, hold on, hold on, hold on. What I'm trying to say is this: you got to understand what I'm saying. What
Your
I'm
kids.
saying is this: you people, Black folks, you don't even see that the source of your discontent with your partner is not the fact that he has a girlfriend or she has multiple boyfriends. That's not the main reason the relationships aren't working. The relationships aren't working because of money. It's like it's when the money is not there, then you notice all this other shit that you wouldn't give a fuck about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not the fact. The problem is no. The most swingiest people, the most freakiest people,
Can you watch
actually
him
rich.
He's on the panel? Watch him off on the panel.
No, the most freakiest, swingiest people.
No. He asked you, could you watch out what you're saying? And you
Oh
said
yeah,
no.
no. I said, hold on. The most freakiest, swingiest people, like
See,
swingers.
you did it again.
No, what that's proper English. What do you say?
Okay, so
All I'm,
just
Where are you
all
from, brother?
all
Are
I'm
you a
saying
black
is
person? Are you black?
yes,
Or where are you
yes,
from?
yes, yeah. Oh my God,
Where?
focus. People are confused. I'm from New York.
You
Concentrate on what I'm saying for the love of Jesus Christ. The most, how do I say this in another term? The most, I use the term swinger. That's a proper English. The most swinger
we're
people.
like freaky is
bro, you're
gonna
not from the
stop.
United States. Cut it
Don't
out.
say
Where you
no.
from?
Don't say freaky is because we are.
I said swinger. Do you know what a swinger
What
is?
is the problem? What is the problem with the fact that he's not from United States?
That's what I'm
No,
saying. That there's
We
so
don't get the
many
problem.
problems. That's what I'm saying. That Black folks have so many deep
Yeah, I don't want him on here.
problems that haven't been addressed properly. So it's always some kind of crutch. This issue, people are this. The problem is not swingers or having extramarital
Really gonna let
relationships.
him do this to
The
us right now?
problem
We
is
really
not
gonna sit here and
extramarital
let him do
relationships.
this
The
to
problem is
us
there's
in
no
our
money.
faces?
There's no money, and people have all these things that they use as a crutch. They have an identity crisis.
Y'all know he's
We're
talking
not.
about each and every one of us while he's sitting there, right? I'm
Get him
gonna
off
go
the
mute
panel.
and I'm gonna let y'all take
All
this
right. What's
abuse.
the point, though? What's the point of all of this? What are you saying this for? What's the point of it?
Well, the point I'm trying to say is that the issue is the main problem in Black America is money. All the other stuff that Black folks focus on is just a crutch, or it's just something that it's being used to like kind of mask the main issue. So like when somebody comes and starts talking, they're like, "Oh, where's this person from?" Da, da, da. No, 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 no. The issue is the main thing. It's just like a disease, right? The main thing is disease. Then you got symptoms. You got people focusing on symptoms
Really?
when the main
Really?
disease is the main thing.
Hold on. You're saying that we are dealing with a crutch, and the
No,
man.
that's not what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying. I said the main problem in black relationships is money. All the other stuff that black folks notice and think it's the problem of their relationship is just a crutch.
So he's saying everything else, like racism, that's a crutch. Politics, that's a crutch. Sex, identity, all that stuff, that's a crutch. You just need to focus on wealth. And what
No,
else you said we need to focus on?
no. I'm saying that relationships for black folks, the main cause of the problem, the main cause of the strife is a lack of wealth in the family.
Lack
I'm
of
talking about
wealth.
in the families.
Black people in America or black people in Africa as well?
No,
People in
black people in
America.
America.
We're talking about America. We're not talking about.
Wait. How do you tell somebody in America
Oh, we
what
good
their
then.
problem is?
You let these tethers up here, sis.
Huh?
Can't do
What are
it.
you talking
It's not
about?
even about being a tether. I'm
Wait,
just
wait,
saying,
wait,
what
wait,
did we
wait,
do?
wait, wait, wait. How do you get to tell us
You
what
let
we're
these
doing?
people talk for black Americans, DJ such and such. You did this. I blame you.
Sure do.
I didn't understand what he was saying at first. So now I get it.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I
No,
understand
you
what you're
don't get to come
saying,
up
but
here. Hold on. No, you don't get to come up here and hold on. Let me like put my thing up here. Hold on. Let me real quick. You don't come here and tell us what black people are dealing with. What the hell are you talking about? What? Like you don't tell us. Have you? Where are you living at? Where do you live?
I said New York. No.
You live
So
in New York. Okay. So how long have you lived in New York?
where your
that's
people from?
that's pointless.
No, it's not
It's
pointless. How do you get the,
no.
Listen.
When I said
You don't get to fucking tell us what we're going through because you moved to New York.
Ask him where his people from, sis, please.
Where are you from, bro? Where are you from?
this is ridiculous. I'm dealing with a bunch of ridiculous people.
He won't answer you.
Listen. Anybody.
Then
Anyways,
leave.
after this at 7 o'clock. Listen, after this at 7 o'clock, Fundi is going to break down the metaphysical, break down the fairy tales. We're going to be discussing Wicked, and we're going to break down the whole movie and other fairy tales and how Hollywood uses real life stories to inflict our children's minds, and also how to be careful about what you allow your children to watch when you're watching and what these things really mean. So,
bro.
at,
All I said is this. All I said is this. This is this.
Sounds
Sir,
great.
hold on. Hold on. It's a quick pause before we because that show is coming up at like 7 o'clock, right? So it's 5:23 in my time, and like an hour and a half, we're gonna be doing that. So please, when we get done with this, that's gonna be the next thing. I'm gonna probably be in this like 30 minutes, so we can like prepare for the next show. So I just want to let you guys know we're gonna go about 30 more minutes on this. We're gonna like take a break, and then we're gonna come back and really break down the metaphysical breakdown of fairy tales and how you need to be careful about what fairy tales and what they really mean. And she's gonna break things down from, cartoons, everything you could think about that your children are watching today. So just be prepared for that coming up soon. So all right, let's get back to done with the commercial breaks.
I put a link in the chat. See, I'm not one of these people on here. When I talk based on statistical and scientific basis. I put a link in the chat. Okay,
Such
if you
and
check
such.
if you check the chat,
These
you're focused
people,
on the wrong.
and they want
This
us to
isn't over.
respect them while they
This,
call us these people in our faces, in our chat, like we're not listening. They're playing in your face, DJ such and such. And I'm a
Bro.
call it for all black people
Bro.
because I'd be damned if I'm gonna sit here while my live is chat and this nigga is saying them and their. He's not a part of us. He doesn't even have our same fucking agenda. He is
What
a
do you
kingdom of
mean?
chaos right now. This is for us.
Like,
He didn't
hey,
go
look,
through, his
Yeah, it's based
ancestors
on your
didn't
words.
go through what we went through. And he's
Nope.
sitting there denigrating the black woman in America. It's fuck him and his mama. It's fuck your whole tribe, nigga.
All right,
It's
you know
go
what?
back to Africa and live amongst yours
The
instead
chat
of
is,
being here talking about us.
listen, the panel has spoken.
The
chat
fuck
is
out of
spoken.
here.
Go, so you're gone.
Sparta, kick him out of here.
Deportation.
Yeah, you can't come up here and talk about these people and y'all and this and whatever. Woo, woo. Welcome, Jack. Welcome. Is Jack? Is this the same guy? No, I removed it. Is he the same
Suck
guy?
our collective black dick while you at it. And it's a big one. Ask the brothers.
Yeah, you can't be up there.
And
These
I'm good with him.
y'all and this and
Straight,
y'all.
bro.
And,
Straight, sis.
hey, we can't be doing that. You can't be coming from another country and talking shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. So,
But that,
Hey, I'm from
but,
another country. I'm from another country.
right. Well, if you came up here talking about y'all people and what's wrong with y'all, you would
No, I
get
don't
kicked
talk
off
like
too.
that.
So go ahead and say that and get kicked off too. Say something similar to it. So
But why would I would? Why would
okay,
you?
well then good. So I don't even why you even
I
why'd you
don't
even
talk like this.
why'd you even say that?
well, Frenchman, why you talking about what's wrong with us? Why you don't talk about what's wrong with y'all people over there in France?
I don't.
He knows why.
Hold on.
No.
Welcome
Hold
to the
on.
panel, Tony.
That's a good
Welcome to the
question,
panel.
but
Tony, welcome to
hold
the
on.
panel.
That's a good question.
hey,
Welcome.
hey, hey, I
Go
just
ahead.
want to say, I think the guy was onto something. I think he might have been right.
He was
No.
wrong. He was so wrong. See, and this is the trick of the enemy. Say, let me get them to focus on money and not focus on relationships, power,
Thank
like
you.
other.
No,
It's so
no,
much. Hold on, sir. Wait 1 second, and you can respond. That's the problem. A whole bunch of guys done ran out the money, and they still not getting the results. They done got the money, and
no,
they still can't get
guy.
a wife. They still
Hold
can't get no
on,
woman. Hold on,
hold
brother.
on.
You're literally trying to cut me off in the middle of a sentence.
You about to get removed. One more time, Tony. Because we only got like about 30 more minutes before I got to get prepared for the next live. So I'm fixing to start kicking people off because we're about to start doing wrap ups. So if you want to make your statement clear, what you want to say, you need to be quiet and let everybody say what they got to say. And then when we do this wrap up in the next 15 minutes, you'll be here to do it. If you keep interrupting, you will be kicked off. Go ahead.
And so, and this is what I hear a lot of single brothers say: money, money, money. When I had my wife loved me when I had money. She loved me when I didn't have. We understood that money comes and money goes. Like we got to get to this point where our relationships, our family is more important than money. Because if we go back, like all y'all want to keep going back to the 50s and in the 40s and the 20s, they didn't have no money and they had community. So we need to actually start turning towards how can we build community and get out of this independent mindset of just about money, 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 money.
Right.
I agree. That's what I was trying to say also. However, I think, and I agree 100% what he just said. I think the issue that we're facing is that most of us have adopted a how do I say hyper materialistic lifestyle in a first world country, which is the richest country on the planet, America. But because we've adopted that hyper materialism, but unfortunately, as a group of people, we are the bottom caste in America.
What does that have to do with polygamy?
That's causing the
You let him
problem.
back up here. You love
That's
him.
the problem.
You
Is
love
that the
him.
same guy? I thought there was another guy. Is it the same guy?
No, it's not. I'm not. I support what the
Same
guy who
guy.
was talking just said. I support it. What I'm saying is black folks have to let go of the materialism in order for it to work.
So you believe you need to let go of the materialists. I don't understand why all these people want to exclude themselves from black people. When I talk about black people, I say we as a whole need to do X, X, Y, because I'm a black American. Like, and we hear people from these other countries try to go and say, we left our country because we felt that our country wasn't good enough to be a part of y'all society. Then we gonna tell y'all how to run y'all society, which is crazy. Like,
No,
take your
I
ass
don't
back.
think you'll get me to
No,
join the
I'm not trying
FBA.
to say
I'm about to
anything
join
to
the
people. I'm
FBA.
just
I'm about to
sharing
be
my
It's too
FBA.
perspective, and
late.
then
It's too
you free
late.
to
Hold on,
It's
here we
not
go.
to enjoy.
James, what's
What you
this?
feel
James,
that
who
is
is this?
good for
James.
you that you can utilize to make your life better.
Y'all,
James?
y'all lost though. Y'all came over here. This is the craziest thing. If
Hey,
somebody who left his country, listen, just think about this.
hey,
Remove yourself from it. I just want y'all to hear this. You got somebody who left their whole way of life because they felt like they could have a better life if they came over here with us. And then they got over here with us and tried to tell us how to run our life over here.
No, I'm not
Go
trying to
back
tell
over
you.
no,
there.
no,
I'm not
no,
trying to
And
tell
that's
no,
why
nobody
I asked him
nothing.
about the good
I'm
girl
just
who got
sharing
away from him,
my
and
experience
bro,
he wouldn't talk about
versus
it.
it's like my
bro.
experience in
All
France.
I'm all
Hold on, let me
people are trying
finish.
to.
Let me finish. I'm just trying to experience telling you what I experienced in France versus in America.
Well,
Then you
take your
make your
ass back to
choice.
France.
Yeah,
No,
we don't want
I
you
don't
here.
care about France. I have no
I don't
desire to
want you
move to
here.
France.
This is
Like,
not what I'm
like
saying.
All right,
This
hold
not
on,
what I'm
James.
what
James,
I'm
what do you have
saying
to say,
about.
James? What do you
It's
hear?
just
Hold on,
saying because
hold on,
when I
hold on. James, go ahead. What do you have to say?
Are you Haitian though? You keep
We
saying
have a
France.
problem with people stating observable facts. It doesn't matter where the Haitian guy came from.
yes, it does.
If hold on, if a person from Japan or China or whatever comes to the US and sees the social structure and says, okay, this is who has money, this is who doesn't have money, it is what it is.
Black people
So
got money. What are you talking
is
about?
somebody
black people don't
why I
have
get
any
muted?
money.
You a
Why I
lie.
get muted? Hold
This is the
on.
problem.
I wasn't
No,
finished
no, no,
talking.
no, God, whoever who's you stuck and stop. This is
Black
the
These
people
are your
have
problem.
these are
been
your
once
people,
again.
yo.
Why I get muted?
No,
What
hold
is
on.
the point for
Black
me to be?
folks,
Because you're
hold on.
lying. You're saying black people don't got money, and the reason you came to this country is because you
No,
wanted some of
oh
our
my
money.
God, no. This is the problem. I put the link. The link is in the chat. It shows the survey of consumer finances. It breaks down the wealth by race and component.
Mute mon pote.
We
Black
That's
got
him
more
again.
folks,
money.
That's the same
Black
one. Get
American.
rid of him.
Hold on. The black American is the richest black man on the
it's not
country in the
true. That
world.
is not true. That is not true.
Who is richer than the black American? Hold on. Let's break it
Listen, we're
down.
about to wrap this up, you guys, because this
May I point
conversation,
something out? May I
this
point something out?
conversation was not a fucking FBA battle. This was about polygamy, but I will create another chat after we get done talking about whatever y'all want to like talk about that bullshit. But that's not the conversation.
Can I point something out?
Conversation was polygamy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The one thing that we need is to learn how to have relationships amongst each other. That's the whole point of polygamy. And we just spent an hour letting other people tell us what our problem is while we were actually solving the problem. That's the war.
Pan Africanism is dead.
I think that's a fact.
Amen.
I think we got to get to a point where we stop allowing other people to come in and they who ran away from their situation come over here and try to tell us how to run our country. No, you got two choices. Either you gonna fall in line on how we doing it, or take your ass back to your country. We didn't ask you to come over here. We didn't ask for your advice. We're not asking for your 2 cents. Like, why do you think that we need your help? You can't even help yourself.
Are you talking to?
Want to
Are you
So
talking to
replace
me?
you.
Hold on. Here we go. Here we
They're
go.
your replacement.
So this is what we're
That's your
gonna do.
replacement.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have final words because we got this other live coming up, and I want Funda to be ready to like do her thing. Again, the next live coming up is we're gonna be discussing the metaphysical breakdown of fairy tales, Wicked, the movie breakdown. Fundi Fee is fixing to break down all of like the fairy tales and everything like this coming up at 7 o'clock Central Time, which would be like it's 5:34 my time. So what?
So 7 o'clock your time, or y'all on the same time, or
Right, or the 6 o'clock. What time is it?
it's
Hold on.
It's
6:35.
7 o'clock Central. 7 o'clock Central.
Eight
So
o'clock.
7 o'clock Central, we're gonna be doing that. So I don't want to wear her out having this argument right now. So what we're gonna do is we're going to wrap everything up on here so that she can get ready to really break this whole thing down because that's gonna be a conversation in itself. I'm going to go down the line and have everybody have their say. We're going to start with the people that came up here from other countries, and then we're going to go back into ours because really this is about polygamy. It's really not about what anybody else thinks, but if you guys want to like make y'all statement about American polygamy, you can. You want go ahead. But it's really not. I don't understand why you guys want to chime in on polygamy in America. Like I don't understand unless you have something positive to bring to how it could be done or what you might be able to bring to the table to say you should do it. Like I don't know. I don't understand like what the thing. But okay, people they want you guys to keep coming up. You want to say something? Okay, say what you gotta say. You got like 30 seconds. Go ahead. Here we go. Frenchman. Hold on, let me take this thing down. Go ahead. Say what you
Okay.
gotta say.
So yeah, the reason why I came it was to just giving you my perspective because I have like multiple. I lived in different countries, so I thought maybe if I give my some of my opinion, maybe they can help in the conversation. I never wanted to disrespect nobody. I never did say anything to hurt anybody, but I was attacked uh, for whatever reason, and I heard, yeah, go back to your country, and this I don't know why. When I'm from another country, I came here and I'm trying to help, and I get rejected, and to me, it's like it's tied to how we can get along with other black people because I'm black too, and in polygamy, I mean, you gotta learn how to get along just as a human being with another person and respectful. I mean, it start there, but yeah, I'm
All
just
right,
gonna
you got like
leave
two
it at that.
seconds. Go ahead,
No,
finish,
no,
wrap it
I'm
up.
good. No.
All
Yeah,
right, thank
I'm just
you.
gonna leave it at
Thank you
that.
for coming to the podcast. We are going to be doing something on like when it comes down to, all this other stuff like relations between FBA and this, that, the other, but I think that somehow this turned into an FBA convo and that's not what this was. But thank you because you did come in earlier and that's not you were actually following the subject matter. So thank you for being here and actually respecting what the subject was and following the subject and actually being a person that follows the subject. So without further ado, let's thank you so much. So come back. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can see what the new stuff is and how we go along. Thank you for being here. All right, James, James, what do you have to say?
I agree with the brother who was just speaking from France. My only statement is this: whether it's polygamy or polyandry, which is the other type, none of that is going to fix the relationships problem that black folks have, except black folks reject materialism first, seek community, come together with their brothers internationally or whatever, the diaspora, and seek to get redress with things like reparations and whatnot. But those things are only going to come through unity and structure and rejection of the materialism. A lot of things people don't understand is the reason why the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was so successful was because of a lot of international pressure on the United States, as done through all the other countries and all the other people in the diaspora, as well as the Soviet Union. So
It has nothing to do with the subject, honey. We have to cut you
no,
short.
no. So that's all I'm saying is
saying polygyny and you're going off on a whole tangent about something else.
no. What I'm saying is this:
conversation about that, and I will invite you to come up here to talk about that. But that's not what the subject is today, sir. Land your plane. You got about 2 seconds to go ahead and do it. Go ahead, wrap
the
it up.
polygamy of the polyandry won't fix the black situation until black folks reject materialism, because black people are poor in America. 80% of black people don't have $10,000 saved. They don't have any wealth.
That's the
That's
whole
it.
world. The whole world.
No, it's not the whole world.
All right. So let's go to Either Man Williams. What do you want to say?
Appreciate you for having me up here. I just don't understand why people who just got here want to have conversations about reparations is just stupid to me. But let's talk about the subject because I think that's what your closing thought conversation should be, anyways. So on subject, I know as a good black man, and I wondered when I say this because I'm a married man that's a Christian, people might take what I'm saying the wrong way. So I want to be clear. I'm not talking about me engaging in sexual activity with other women. That's not what I'm talking about. But the nature of, at this point in time in my life, I realize I have to cover more people from my business point of view, from my church, single women that's in my church, from the aspect of all of the women. It's a lot of women around me that's not covered. So as a man, I have to realize me in this walk of my life, I have to be responsible for more than just the women that's underneath my roof. I have to cover those women who don't have marriages. And I know some men feel like that's a crazy thing for you to say. That's their problem. If we really gonna start focusing on community, all the women that are around you and that's really kind of under your covering should be covered if you are responsible black men. And I'm not talking about you have the right to sleep with these women just because you cover them women. I want to make that clear, right? Because I know some people think that you have full access to these women in polygamous relationship. I don't know about that, but I do think black men, to close what I'm saying, black men at this point in their life have to be able to protect and cover multiple women under their covering outside of what we talk about from a sexual point of view. So that's my closing thought, is that we can't just take care of our foreign no more anymore if we want to rebuild this community.
Thank you so much, Ethan Man Williams. All right, Man in the High Tower, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, DJ Genesis, for tonight's program. Yes, it went off the deep end for a little bit, but it was good. There's people who show up from different countries. They like your flavor. They like the Pan-African flavor. So they get a daily dose here at Alchemizing Energy. Hit the like button and subscribe. Yet these people, they're coming from France and whatnot. Polygamy is illegal there. So what would they know about it? There are paid agent provocateurs who come online and you give them 20 minutes in the studio, they've already killed people, broke people's relationships up. This is what they're doing. They're getting paid to do this. That's all I have to say. Be careful.
All right. Okay, let's go Sugar Love, or wait, who want to go Fundi or Sugar Love? I want to hear from the women last.
Short and sweet. No, me personally, do not agree. Polygamy is not for me. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Fundi.
Everybody that have their solution to their problem. No, polygamy is not everybody's solution. It is a solution for those who can handle it. I'm not saying that my way of life is a way of life for everybody, but it is a way to get through this life with a little bit of help from community and family, not just here, but abroad as well. It's a way to tie each other into one another so that we support each other. And that takes relationships, that takes consideration, that takes intimacy with one another. And just because all of my brothers and sisters do not agree with me, and for those that do, I still love you. And love is the way that we gonna get through this. Polygamy is just one type of relationship, but we need the relationships to get through this. And we gonna do it amongst each other because we all we got. DJ such and such, can you take us up out of here?
Wait, you guys both have to say, hold on, let me see. Hold on. Is Sugar Love there too?
Yeah.
Y'all both got to say it because you know Sugar Love was the one who started that.
DJ, take us out of here.
All righty.
Trying to get it right. Transition. Changing the way that I see life. Transition mind. I'm on a mission. On a mission. Trying to get it right. I'm transitioning my life. Making a transition. Ooh, making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Making a transition. Trying to mission, a mission. I'm on a mission. On a mission, I'm trying to get it right. Changing the way that I see life. Transition in my life. On a mission.